Hello, happy Friday.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for tuning in and joining us on the Reefers Network this Friday evening. We are, of course, obviously in awe of being, well, what should I say? We have Japper and Flange, the brains, the looks of AAC, everything. Thanks for
he's the brains, I'm the looks.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Flange. I wasn't talking to Paul clearly when I said that. But no, thanks ever so much, guys, for coming on, and thank you very much for sharing a couple of hours of your Friday evening. I know it's obviously Valentine's Day Eve for those of you that are watching. Everybody got a card? Steph, Jamie, all sorted? Oh, okay.
I've got 5.
Liar.
Well, it is tomorrow. I was politely prompted on the way to take Cass to work this morning, and I actually forgot again. Typical bloke. And then went into Asda to get a sandwich, and there was fortunately one of these pop-up sort of like card things as you walk in, and it had a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, which I thought was very fitting. So she won't be watching because she's probably watching Netflix, but that's her card for tomorrow. But are you romantics, Jaffer and Flange? Any? You know, after all these years, you still got it?
We was years ago.
Saying?
No, we're not really. Not now.
Don't know. We just had quite a romantic weekend, all right?
Was it romantic?
I don't know if I want to disclose too many details, but
no, we don't.
Rather nice.
Valentine's, we don't really.
No, not anymore.
Bother anymore, do we?
I just see cards as a waste of money.
Oh, do you? Have you? Right. I had this debate earlier at work about flowers because I was getting told.
Overrated a little bit.
A little bit of a marketing punt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I had this argument earlier today with some girls in the office that flowers are exactly that. Prices up, availability, etc. So I'm a card guy. Steph, Jamie, card, flowers, nothing at all.
Cards are a waste of money, and flowers die. Just get a plant. Get a plant. Yeah.
What about plants? Well,
to be fair, occasionally. Corals occasionally die, Steph.
Yeah. To be fair to Steph, he's more of a pom-pom crab sort of guy by the looks of it. From
I saw that.
Socials.
Yeah,
we're in an invert trend at the minute.
Yeah. Jamie, no cooking of romantic meal for the other half tomorrow?
My wife's doing a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I've locked out of it,
No, he's already away somewhere. This guy's got a green screen on tonight. He's already in some saucy hotel ready for a night of it. Look, we're not
I don't want to see the dungeon behind him. We'll see that in agreement later. Okay, right, fair enough. But no, seriously, Paul and Ange, thanks for tuning in and thanks for joining us this evening. We are obviously in awe of you putting on the Reefers Network meet at AAC on the 28th of this month, which I'm sure most people watching tonight are going to be attending. It should be a blast. I'm sure of that. Right, let's have a look. Who's joined us this evening? Let's jump straight in. Elisa's with us all the way from the States. Good evening, Elisa. Hope you're good. What else we've got in here? Mr. John Wright won't be a Friday show without you.
John.
Going over to see John on Sunday to help him move some livestock and something else. I'm sure he'll have me putting some furniture together on Sunday all the way in Skegness. So that's my Sunday done. Looking forward to seeing John. Hope you get the bacon butties sorted. Critical's in the house. Good evening, Reefers. Hope you're good. Thanks, Critical.
Hello, mate.
Thanks for tuning in. Ross Drakes. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Who else we've got in here? Junior's with us as well. Good evening, wherever you are. Murph is with us in the house.
Hello.
Probably absolutely plastered by now, or on his way.
Yeah, Murph, there's one downside. This Reefers that I haven't done any better than Carlsberg, mate. I'm sorry. I have to keep the levels down. That's why I limit it to Carlsberg daytime.
Children's beer.
Tekus is with us. Harry West is in the house. Good evening.
Hi,
Mr.
Harry.
Treefy Trop. There you go. Hello. Tez is with us as well. Thanks for tuning in, Terry. He's coming all the way down from Scousland, Liverpool. He's coming down. He's bringing down Mr. Peter Parry, if I remember rightly. He's coming down, which is amazing. Thank you to Teza for, again, the whole part of networking with each other is getting, helping a friend out or fellow reefer, car sharing, petrol, and whatever else, digs, beer, food, whatever. Yep, Mr. Baby Davies here. Yep.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Mummy Flange.
That will be fine. Yes, and you can't suckle Dave. Not on the green.
That's what he's dreaming about.
That's what I say. He wants to be motorboating, that kid. Tell you now. Right, moving on. We have also Milo. James is coming down. I think James is coming in the same car as. Correct me wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is with Terry, Peter Parry, and
wicked.
Yeah, there's quite a few coming down.
Nice.
Right.
Proper road trip.
Who else we got in here? UK 120. Anthony, hope you're good.
Hello.
Yeah, here he is, Mr. Parry. Just been talking about you.
Hi.
Ears are burning. There you go. Going to be great to see you. Mr. Barry Young is with us. Evening.
Barry, the manager.
Is that Baz? Is that Baz?
Yeah,
that's
Barry.
Is it Baz?
Barry,
Baz?
Barry, or otherwise known Barry the bullshitter.
Giving away the quiz questions that you wrote. All 5 of them that you gave me.
So I
Thanks.
just slapped him.
Good evening, Dan.
Well, there's
Hope
a
you're
clue
well.
there.
There's a clue there. Yes, there is. Good evening, Dan. Hope you're well. There is a couple of prizes up for grabs tonight. We are going to be playing a quiz courtesy of AAC in homage to the amazing shop that is. So you might have another chance to win another one, Dan. Lee's here was with us as well. Evening all. Looking forward to the meet end of the month. So Lee's coming down, Bristol Reefer. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Oh, another familiar face. Here he is.
Hello.
Hey, hello, Con.
Mr. Connor. Hope you're good. Looking forward to catching up when you come down. Dirt Devil's Reef. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Shaggers. Immus is with us. Imran. I think Imran's coming down to the meet.
Oh, nice.
Hoping. Be nice to see him. Let us know if you are. Immus. Graham 1746. Hope you're good. Here they are. All the way from up there. 8 hours it's going to take them. Mr. Tommy and Sharon Boom.
Brilliant.
Coming down.
Brilliant.
Hello, you
Yes. Yes. He's actually got his tank wet.
Yeah.
But he was getting a bit stressed the other day with his pipe work, and Sharon thought it was rather funny, so she kept FaceTiming me. Yes. Oh, you've got his. They've gone for purple, like the Nios purple pipe work, and it's rather sexy. I can tell Sharon chose it clearly.
That man gave me the best whiskey I've ever had.
Yes.
Steph, you'd agree with that when he gave you the same, didn't he? It was just unreal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
much.
They're a lovely. They're an absolutely amazing couple. Definitely
Yeah.
worthy of anybody's company at a reef meet. But no, evening, Tommy and Sharon. Hope you're good. Timothy's in the house. Tim's coming down with me and Kaz.
Hi, Tim.
Mr. Wakefield
Hi,
Reefer
Tim.
is coming down. So again, car sharing, getting as many people together as we can. Dave's Reef is with us as well. Good evening. Hope you're good. Southeast Reef. This chap's recently put a post out. He's coming. Got a new network T-shirt. Thanks ever so much for the support. Thank you very much. Benji's coming up from Wales. Keeping his wellies. His wellies will be in the car. The sheep will be hidden. Thanks, Benji. Hope you're good. Johnny Pooh. Evening. Here he is.
Hey.
Hi, Joe.
It's all done, mate. It's all done. I was ready.
Joe's got a tank to fill as well. We could do winning the voucher,
Yes.
couldn't he?
Well, I definitely want to. Definitely going to get Joe on here to talk about some of his builds, because some of the pictures I see on socials are, pretty amazing. Right, who else we got in here? Mickey Boy Mick from MBM Aquarium Design. Evening, Mick. Thank you very much for your kind donation to the quiz this evening. He's put a prize in there for somebody to win tonight. Should be good. Thank you very much, Michael. He's actually on a bit of a dirty weekend at the minute. He's in York, I believe. So he's probably snuck off to the toilets to jump on here and say hello while he's left the missus at the bar or the restaurant table. But thanks, Mick.
No, he's not. He's currently behind the green screen.
Oh, is he chained up, is he? Is that way? Yeah, we've got to try and keep it a little bit clean. Good evening, Mo. Hope you're good. Harry Bowe's in the house. Evening, Harry. Hope you're good. Nice to see you. Oh, have I missed anybody? Dylan Hughes. There we go.
Hey.
Dylan.
He's watching
Dylan.
from his sick bed
He's
upstairs.
not very well.
He's not very well.
Not very well. No. No.
Yeah,
I can't remember how long it is until you're through puberty. I think it's normally about 6 months, is it? Until he comes out the other end.
He's well through that already.
Cut himself shaving, or was it anything to do with his rather expensive Canadian goose?
Oh, you know about that as well.
Just saying.
Yeah. And also taking advice from Drippy, you can only imagine.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It probably needs to go to the clinic then.
Yeah, he probably does.
And he needs some Nios dip for sure. Evening, Roland Munchie. Hope you're good. Have I missed a bit? Marky Mark's here from Ocean Sea Products.
Hi, Mark.
Hi,
Hope you're good, Mark. Looking forward to catching up with you at the reef meet. Danny Smart. Good evening. That's a new one. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Here he is. Good evening, Muff Divers. We get 50 likes. We'll flange. Hand pump a cucumber for the rest of the stream. Paul would only wish.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, Paul and Ange actually were kind enough to disclose something to me in the green room before we went live, and that is that we believe that Drippy is on a date.
He's on a date.
Well, he's looking for one apparently.
It's going well then, isn't it?
It's going well if he's on here.
The clue's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, mate. I'm sure we will see you in the comments further on throughout tonight's show. Gazazazazaz is here. You probably get asked your favourite 15 trace elements at some point this evening, Paul. Get ready for that. Banana Armour, evening, Thomas. Good. What else we got in here? Have I missed anybody? I don't think so. Stephen Owen, hope you're good.
Hold on, Rob. Hold on, Tom.
Sorry?
For Rama.
Oh.
What one am I on, Ange? Banana ice.
Oh, is that what flavour you're on at the minute?
So Rama used to ask me every time what flavour I've got.
Yeah.
Banana ice.
Not tequila rose, no? That's his favourite
No,
tipple.
tequila rose, I know.
You remember how early he went at the barbecue? It was literally like 2 hours in.
Oh.
Banana hour, can't you remember? Because Drippy was giving him literally pints, half-pint glasses of tequila rose.
Yeah.
And he just kept rubbing his belly. He looked like a broad bean after like an
He's
hour.
drinking pints of tequila rose.
That is a bit sickly, that.
Oh, that's very sickly.
That is sickly.
No one can do that.
Cut the shots, that's enough of that.
Yeah. He left about 10 o'clock. He left 9, 10 o'clock. He was absolutely
I
gone.
wonder where he went because I don't think I even said goodbye to him.
I don't think he knew where he went. Anyway, hello, Stephen Owen.
Well, Ange certainly didn't.
No. I did have. Do you know what? I was actually sent a photograph, Ange, of you starfishing, and I mean that in the politest term, starfishing,
Drippy.
and nothing else.
What, I'll be able to Marco in the bed?
Yes, and I was told to share it, and I didn't share it. So just keeping, respect.
Actually.
No.
I
it's in the bank, and I don't mean that bank. It's in the bank. But anyway, right, let's get through this. Right, Jay's in the house as well. Good evening, Jay. Nice to see you. Jay. Hello, Jay. Hope you're good, mate. Right, who else is in here? Have I missed anybody? Richard Pyrus, hope you're good. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for getting involved. Mr. Triggerfish is here. Sophie Sweeney as well.
That's her daughter-in-law. I'll call her my daughter-in-law. She's not technically my daughter-in-law.
Is she the lady that was shouting at everybody for not having a Christmas hat on?
Yes.
Okay.
That will be her. Yes. She's but she bullies me. She's Connor's girlfriend, but she bullies me very, very much.
That's all right. You need bullying.
She's going to do very well in AAC management in the future.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely. Deborah Lingard, 836. Thank you very much for tuning in. There you go.
And Jason.
Hope Jason's fine. Yeah.
There you go. Have I missed anybody? Nick Bro, nice to see you.
Hi, Nick.
Thanks for tuning in. Abs Reef as well is with us. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Hurren's Reef, Chris is here. Evening, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
LT Reefer, the man with the longest beard ever, Mr. Reefy Reese, is with us.
There
you go. Mike Farrow, I Smoke Reefer. There you go.
Mike.
How you doing, pal?
We've got John Smart. He has said, evening all. Thanks for
John.
tuning in. Right, 18 in the house.
Wow.
Thanks very much. I have a little bit of a, I should say, a bit of an announcement. Today is actually our 150th live stream podcast on the Reefers Network.
Wow.
And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody that's been part of it from the start. I started it in 2024 with Rob. Didn't have a clue what we were doing. Clearly still haven't got a clue now. So big shout out to Rob. That's Pelagic Swimmer, Rob Hutchinson, for those of you, I'm sure you know what I'm referring to, but we couldn't have done it without you. And thank you ever so much for the guests and the viewers watching at home. And again, Paul, Ange, Brands, Shops for getting involved, Steph, Jamie, past and present panelists. But yes, 150. So yes,
Well done.
celebrations all round.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Pretty special.
Pretty special.
Well done.
Yes, thank you very much. Drink to that. Yes. So we're going to talk about a little bit about ASE, the history, because I think that's really sort of prominent to the fact that we're having another meet with you guys this year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you do the Coral Freaks, which Steph hosted last year. You did Love to Reef, obviously Paul Longhurst done, which is a great event that I've been coming to for the last few years. But there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes, and I just thought, while we're talking about that, it'd be interesting for people watching at home, before we talk about the discounts or what's happening on the day and play a game, which we're going to do. There's some giveaways due tonight. I think it's equally important to understand, without getting the violins out, Paul, I've got my own business. It's not all rosy. I'm sure there's other people watching at home that have got their own business, and you have your ups and downs. So AAC, the history. Go on, over to you. Tell me about it. How did it start? I've got some pictures. You tell me where you want me to throw them on. Talk to us. We're all sat back. We're all listening. Carpet time. Over to you.
Well, I suppose IAC really, I suppose, in its first public presence was 2007. 2007, yeah. But
when Dylan was born.
When Dylan was born, it's one of the few dates I can sort of remember, because that's when Dylan was born. But prior to that, obviously, I'd had a history in the trade with Jamie, actually, at Home Marine. Jamie came to me along with a few other people that we're all still sort of in touch with, or especially Jamie is to this day. And it was a really special time in the industry, because we're talking pre-social media, we're talking practical fish keeping, we're talking the first ever glimmer of forums like Ultimate Reef around that time as well. And just prior to Ultimate Reef, the forum, we're talking about us looking to the USA. So around about, I think that would be 90 something.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
when
97, 98, something
97, 98. I was starting to look at a firm in the Geothermal Research Foundation in America, and they were the first people to start cultivating soft corals. There was people talking about stony coral fragmentation in Germany, but I suppose if you take it right back, I was probably about 6 or 7 years old where I first remember my first disaster in fish keeping, and that's what really makes me who I am today. So I can remember begging my granddad when we was at the local hospital pond. At the time, I didn't realise I was nicking fish for him at the time. He was stealing fish for his pond, in so many words. But we was poaching, and I can remember about 6 or 7 years old, I was told, I said, Granddad, I really want some of them fish. I really want some. So I took them home, and I had a goldfish tank at the time in the bedroom, because I first had a tank actually by my cot when I was a year old. But about 6 or 7, I think it was, I went to the local hospital pond. We caught a few crucian carp and rudd, and I begged him to take some home. And I walked, and I never really had any proper setup. I took them indoors, and my mum went mad. She went, where on earth are you going to put all them? And I copped it. By the morning, of course, unfortunately, they were all dead. Yeah.
God.
And it was at that moment that I was so upset and so gutted that I'd killed these fish. Like, just, and that's the moment where I thought, right, I'm never letting that happen ever again.
Yeah.
So that's where the energy comes from, to be, if you like, with livestock, the best. It starts with a disaster, but hopefully it ends in something more positive. But that's where I first started. But so that's where I suppose the energy first starts. And I probably, when I left school, I ended up in jet fuel accounts for BP and administration and credit control and basic accountancy, and all this stuff just never floated my boat. So I was always desperate to try and get into the trade. So I volunteered at a local, at a teenager, I volunteered at a local council-run pet place that had an aquarium bit in it. And I used to do maintenance. I think I was about 13, 14. And about 16, I suppose, I had my. By about 14 or 15, I was really into tropical freshwater, particularly. Met you, what, about 17? 17, I think me and Ange met, something like that.
And when you met, sorry to put in, when Flange, when he introduced himself as in this, I don't know, fish nerd, whatever you want to call him, what was your impression? How did you?
He wasn't a fish nerd actually when I met him.
I hid it, Tom. Okay. I knew it weren't cool at that moment.
He wasn't a fish nerd. He was working in offices when I first met him. Okay. Yeah, and then he sort of moved from job to job in admin, and he hated it.
I hated every job.
And then I think what took it is like you got together with Gary, didn't you?
Well, I've done a little stint at the what's it called, Pets Corner.
Yeah, you done that.
Council, done a little stint there. Then I've done a Saturday job alongside accounts at Bush Fair. There used to be a shop just down the road that used to specialise in African cichlids and things like that. And that's where I really started to craft, if you like, what I was really into. That's where I got the love for aquascaping and things like that back then. And then I think it was about that time where I turned into a crazy fish person.
But that's when you and Gary opened up down Bonnie's Oak.
Yeah, I'll give you an idea, Tom. At that time, we probably had, I had 1, 2, 3, 4.
We had 7 tanks.
Yeah, we had 7 tanks in a 2-bedroom flat. I always describe myself, the crazy cat ladies out there in this world. I was the crazy fish guy, but I was 2 floors up in the council flat.
He flooded the kitchen.
Flooded everyone.
RO system.
Paul the fish. It's Paul the fish.
And our poor neighbour downstairs, she come knocking on our door one day, saying, I've got water coming down.
Just had it decorated and all.
Coming through my roof.
It was when RO units were new. But back then we didn't have float valves. We had to wing it.
Yeah.
Wait, when the bucket got full, you better be awake. Yeah. So there was no floats. There was no plastic float valves. It was just an RO unit.
7 tanks. 7.
Yeah.
7 tanks.
It was ridiculous.
I think I can remember we had a discus aquarium and a marine aquarium in the hallway. I had a freshwater planted tank and a South American cichlid tank in my bedroom.
Yep.
I had a Tanganykan 5-foot and a piranha tank in my lodger's room.
Yep.
Then we had a 4-foot by 2-foot Central American, didn't we? Then we had a 6 by 2 by 2 brackish water aquarium, a 3 by 2 saltwater tank. There was no.
I love how you say we. Because that's sort of like passing the blame, like the responsibility over to Ange. That it's a couple's decision.
I want you to try and imagine this would have been 1990, and I had absolutely no money because it was also the rave culture at the time.
Right.
Yeah. So we were partying and acid house in it, and God knows what else. So we had literally no money whatsoever, but somehow we
had money for fish tanks.
We had money for fish, though.
Yeah.
And I can remember going into a shop and telling the guy behind the counter, I want these test kits, but I had them under the counter. And when she's down in, when they come, just slip them in, and I just pay. Honestly, it was like that. I'm no different to anybody else that might be watching this live stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just that it became such an addiction. When I talked to Chris Meckley, actually, me and him are very similar. It's an obsession, an absolute addiction. But it was also, on the more serious side, there was something about it that I never wanted to do an injustice by the animal. So that's why I was so skint, because I was never going to let the animals suffer. No matter what, and I think we ran up about £13,000 worth of debt at the time.
Yeah, we did. I just don't know how we had the time to look after it.
No, I don't know how we had the time.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know how we had the time, and I don't know how we had the money. I mean, what we didn't is was in terrible, weren't we? Well, we was I was. Sorry, not Ange. Ange was the sensible one at the time that tried reining me in, but
Steph, how many tanks have you got up in Leeds?
Same.
Yeah,
I'm kind of getting that vibe, which is why I'm going in this direction.
Right
4, but only 4. Like only
4 expensive ones. My ones were cheap.
Yes.
Does
Bert see it as it's a we or is it a you with the tanks?
It's becoming we, but it is me. It's becoming me. That's hers now,
So
Paul.
let me
You know,
let me
with
guess.
this seahorses, that's she's fully. That's hers, all hers. No, she's all. So
is the we when it comes to buy something and adding it, but it's the you when it's the water change, the skimmer, the testing, stuff dies or don't look. Yeah, thought so.
Thursday evenings, I clean these tanks, and it's.
So Paul, let's just fast forward a little bit. So how?
Yeah, 2007. So basically, I was working at Home Marine until about 2006 when I took the decision that I really wanted to start. Well, I've done about 10, 15 years or something, 20 years in the trade, working for other people. And then there was a moment where I just thought, you know what, I really want to do something myself. Yeah, I really want to give it a go. I had no money really, and it was just a question of I'm going to teach myself to be an entrepreneur. There was no businessmen in my family whatsoever. I've got no business background at all. Diabolical. I've just told you I was 13 grand in debt at one stage, so I had no concept of money or how to look after it or anything like that. And I just got to a point where I thought, no, I really want to do this myself. And it was all fresh and new, like I said, pre-social media and stuff like that. And I really, really wanted to give it a go. But I didn't know how to facilitate those dreams that I had in my head. I just thought it would never happen as such. And then I met someone who told me that if you can imagine it, it's a possibility. And so I went off and I became a cab driver. I learned the knowledge in my town. And I did part-time cabbing when Ange fell pregnant with Dylan, her second child from Connor. And I said to her at the time, I don't want to be a house dad I don't want to be a dad where I'm never at home. And I was working sort of 60 to 70 hours a week in Enfield near North London. And I never saw Connor growing up, and I was gutted about that. It was most of the time with my mum and dad. And I thought on the second child, I wanted to be a dad. I actually wanted to be around. And Ange actually had quite a stable job at the time, working for quite a famous makeup company and what have you. And so she took on the responsibility of the finances and I winged it. So I thought the best way to teach myself to be self-employed and an entrepreneur was I became a cab driver. I knew someone who was a customer. So I gave that a go and I was absolutely shit at it. I made no money whatsoever because I only ever wanted to do the Sunday church runs.
You don't strike me as the kind of taxi driver that would have a lot of patience for anybody that might be late, Paul.
Yes.
Because the very person who was a customer at the time of Home Marine said to me at the time, he said, you what? You're going to be a cab driver. He said, and David effing Attenborough is going to be a cab driver.
Yeah.
And
I would pay to watch that footage of you with a dash cam.
Yeah.
It was tasty at times.
Yeah, but you never done the Friday nights.
I never did the Friday nights because I want to kill them all.
It just couldn't.
So I used to take them out and then never ever go back and pick them up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You know, so it was so anyway, so at that time, I sort of at the same time, I'd left Home Marine and a lot of the customers said, oh, you can't leave. You can't do this. You can't do that. What about my tank? Are you going to look after my tank still? Because I used to do maintenance and services. And I said, look, in loyalty to my employer, I said, I can't approach you. I said, if you want to approach me 6 months post leaving, I can consider it. So Home Marine. Go on, Jamie.
So I had to weather the storm because I carried on after you had gone. I went back there, didn't I? And I had the whole aftermath of filling the void, if you like, or trying to, and it was painful.
Well, I was going to ask you and Steph. You've spent a lot of time, Steph, Jamie, around Paul and Ange, obviously, but I'm going to mainly just pick on Paul for a minute. Temper, what's it like? What sends him spiraling out of control? I'm sure you don't need to give me any names or.
Come on, Joe, you know.
Any sort of any examples?
I mean, but I'd say it's a good thing there's not a HR department in AAC.
Well, I am HR.
No, it's a. Do you know what? it does come.
He looks nervous. He looks nervous.
It does come.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. It's all right. It's all right, mate.
We're friends.
We're all friends, aren't you?
It can, and this will be nice and bad, right? It can and it does come boiling over sometimes. But if you're passionate about your business, it will do. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I think Paul is I don't want to embarrass him, but he's a bit of a softie as well. Like I had a little operation last year, and Paul was up against it at the shop of that, and he was the first person to offer to come pick me up after the hospital and all the rest of it. So,
bring you to work?
Probably to bring me to work. But it's eventful. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Steph.
Good answer, Jay. Good answer.
That's a politician. That was a politician's answer.
Here's your moment, Steph. Go for it.
No, I'm not going to say too much, Paul.
No,
we went to America together, and Paul had a tough time. As soon as we landed in America, I saw Paul get really pissed off. Like first of all, they treated us like shit at customs, and Paul went, saying the C word, which Paul uses quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then we go through, and he goes, right, I'm fucking starving now. I want something to eat. And he goes, let's get a burger. Goes round to the thing with this like proper New York, like, hey man, what's up? And then Paul goes, I'll have a burger, please, sir. And this guy like dropped the burger on the floor, pretty much slopped it on, give it to Paul, and Paul's face. He was like, that was fucking Mary Love, wasn't it? Goes, sits down, and then this is apparently the first time that Flange had been with Paul, so me and him were just doing this together.
Oh, you two, for God's
Brilliant.
sake!
And it was just
we couldn't even get through checking.
We were lemons.
Well,
honestly, Steph, tell them about the fucking soup. Tell them about the soup.
So I was when we got to Heathrow. We got Paul, by the way, we didn't fly till like, let's just say 7 a.m. Paul got us there for 2 a.m. just in case. So we were there waiting for hours.
Paul likes to be early. Yeah.
And then we were so tired that and it was crap, to be fair, but it was probably the worst part. We had our actual we didn't check our luggage in, so we brought our suitcases through the security. Right, got halfway through security, there's about 100 people behind us, and we looked at each other and went, something don't feel right here. We've got these massive suitcases, and everyone's looking at us, you can't bring them through here. So we had to go back out, check the cases, and go to the back of the queue. So all Paul getting there early at 2 a.m. was not worth. And then Paul's level of stress, like Paul's face was like pretty much red until we got to Ohio. It just pure stress. But it was very funny.
Definitely resembles it. Definitely resembling a test. Yeah. Okay.
Honestly.
She let us down, Steph. She should have been there to supervise it. You were bleeding useless at all.
No. And then on the way back,
I've said to you two, are you going to be okay? Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well, look, I still go back to Paul voluntarily 24 years later. So that tells you everything, right?
Very quickly, before we get some pictures, I want to show people watching at home some pictures of the history of AAC. Very quickly, Steph, Jamie, and Ange. I'm really picking on Paul tonight. Sorry, mate. Any bad habits that spring to mind that you want to share with us?
Swears a lot.
We've kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
And does he leave the socks or his underpants near the washing bin, but doesn't put them in like me? Because I always get told off by that one.
No, I've trained him on that. He does actually put his underpants away.
Go on.
What can I grass you up for?
Do it. We're live. Everybody wants to know.
Actually, I can't think.
No, because I'm perfect.
I'll come back to that. Let me think.
Jay, does he make brews at AAC? Does he use the kettle? Does he know what it looks like?
No,
I've seen it. I've seen it once or twice, but very, very rarely. I've seen it once.
He's made it once. I've been there 5 years. He's made it once.
And then he purposely makes a shit cup, so you don't
get asked again.
You don't have to get, so he doesn't get asked to make another one, right?
Exactly.
I get that. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you've travelled a bit with him, Steph. Any habits? Any snoring or farting like Drippy with me? And anything?
Picks his
nose. Lovely.
Yeah. Actually, nice. I will say one thing at work. Paul moans about everyone being messy at work, but the main culprit is actually him.
Well, there are again a few quiz questions related to this later on in tonight's show. But okay, so a bit messy, swearing, Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Typical. Sort of.
And let's be honest, he's a party boy. He likes a party.
Yeah, he likes a party boy. Likes to rage as well.
Oh, all right. It went from positive that Steph was saying. Steph was being positive, and he went straight back to negative.
Okay. Right, Paul, back to you then. I'll let you speak now. So talk to us about this picture then.
Right, so basically the guy that said to me that what on earth is David Attenborough driving a taxi for was the same guy that I happened to bump into 20 miles away in Harlow, not realising he lived in my town. So he was a customer of Home Marine, and he turned around and he said to me, "Why don't you think about expanding and getting a unit?" And at the same time, TMC particularly, they were very keen to stop what we call shed sales and encourage retail presence only. And although I'd grown a maintenance business at the time, the SDA agreement I had to sign meant I had to have bricks and mortar. So I started to develop Unit 4, and that's where basically the intentions were to enable the clients, the service clients, to come and see the livestock that I had available. They didn't want to go to shop, some of them wanted me to hold the stock before it went into their aquarium. So I started in 2012 in Unit 4, and that's when the business, this was about 5 years after, obviously, of doing the maintenance, but it got to a point where I actually needed a place to store the livestock. And although I had a facility at home, which was roughly about what I'm in now, about garage.
It was like a garden shed.
Same as yours.
It was our garden shed we started in.
It was a little bit about the same size of a garage, Tom, similar to your sort of thing at home. I had corals growing and a few tanks for fish that I was holding and whatever before visiting the clients. And about 2012, so I met this guy, and he really encouraged me. He said, "Why don't you give it a go?" And at the time, I said, "I ain't really got a lot of money, but you know, I thought I'd give it a chance." And this came up, and I thought, you know, why not give it a go? So at the time, it was the first time I've been taught by, I'll now call him my mentor, to take a leap rather than a pigeon step. Which is something me and you spoke about, Tom.
Definitely.
And to a certain degree, I think me and Steph and everyone in the rooms we've spoke about this. The idea is that it does come a point where if you don't take a leap, you never know. Yeah. And sometimes you have to make leaps. And it was a huge financial worry.
Oh, it was like a big gamble.
At the time, actually, I'd done 5 years worth of maintenance, and I don't know if Sean knows. Sean Russell's in the chat tonight. But Sean will appreciate this. His back's knackered now. He's doing what I used to do. Joe Chambers, his back's knackered now. Roughly about this time, 2012, I was starting to melt from 5 years worth of maintenance and on my own. And I thought, I like the idea of potentially going back into a little bit of retail. So for the first sort of 6 months a year, it was client only. And then I decided to go retail, wasn't it? And I was open. Basically, the working week went as follows. Monday, this was closed and I was out on the job or prepping the van. Tuesday, service. Wednesday, service in the morning, open 4 till 7 to the public. And then Thursday, service in the morning, 4 till 7 on a Thursday. Friday, the same. And then Saturdays and Sundays. So basically, I worked 7 days a week for 9 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
it was backbreaking.
Believe it or not, back then, no word of a lie, I'd done 9 years without a holiday, and I worked about 7 days a week.
Well,
so
Jamie and Barry said that's why you're never in the shop now. Apparently, that's why you're always on holiday. Is that right?
Well, it's not necessarily why I'm always on holiday. Yeah, I'm not always on holiday. There's a difference between what I call fishy holidays and actual holidays. But you know,
is that business expenses, Mr. Hughes?
No, of course it is. You've seen me in Reefer Palooza making use of my business expenses. With Diver Man.
Diver Man. You talked about melting a second ago. On the term of, or on the phrase of melting, I see an ice cream fridge in this picture. Can you care to explain?
Yeah, I was saying to you the other day. So back then, at this particular moment with this particular photograph, I had £1,700 left to my name.
You had to start the business with.
And I thought, where on earth can I get a freezer from?
That's crazy.
right? Where can I get a freezer from that I can put frozen fish food in for the public? Because I'm literally building this as I go. And at this moment in time, I'd had an MRI because I had terrible backache, and I was about to borrow 25,000-30,000 quid, which was quite a lot of money then, right? And it was like the only way really we could get on our feet, really. As I said, I had no financial support from anyone. It was just purely down to me and Ange.
That's even one of our garden chairs.
I see, we've still got one of them gardens chairs to this day, yeah.
Does it call it there? I like the seating. It likes the seating.
Yeah, so basically the reason why there's a Haagen-Dazs fridge in the corner, freezer in the corner there, is because they don't make freezers with glass fronts that are that small. And I had, back then, they were like £500-600. They were quite rare. So, and I couldn't afford it. You know, I only had £1,700 left. So I managed to find this freezer in Ilford, in one of the worst areas, like back streets in London. I thought it was risky. And I managed to buy this freezer. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Thanks,
Luke was there from the start as a customer as well. It's nice to see him in the chat. So Luke will know all about this journey.
Hey, Sam.
Right. So anyway, so I managed to get together, and I literally got knocked together steel frame, and I sawed it by hand to build like the system that we know of Unit 4 to today. Everything, and I did that with a couple of friends. One was Graham, one was Roy. There we are. So basically that was all built by hand. It was a tiny little space. I never had any idea how popular it would become. And I'm not kidding you. We used to, on some Saturdays, we'd have like 60 people trying.
God knows.
It was just ridiculous in there. There was even nearly a fight in there one day because I had some clams in there that no one was getting big clams back then. Like, I'm talking around about 10, 12-inch clams and all. And there were some clams in the SPS table to the right of the display tank there. That was the old display. And someone got really arsed, and I had to split a fight up one day in there. That's how busy it was, because there wasn't too many stores around that were marine only. And a lot of people off of Ultimate Reef had warmed to it. And, you know, it was only tight. It was literally it was tight. Imagine 2 garages stuck together. That's how big it was. You know, so it was phenomenal, and I was blown away by it, considering that it wasn't really a lot of advertising. I was probably one of about 5 people on Facebook at the time doing a bit of fishy advertising, and I'll give all credit actually to what inspired me with AAC number 1. This shop was a shop that some people in the chat might be familiar with, which I absolutely adored at the time, which was a company called Cambridge Coral Tech. And it was a tiny little company, and they'd made big news out there. And I thought, blimey, I come from Home Marine, which was like a sort of since the 1970s, it was one of the most established stores in the UK, along with Wet Pets, and you know, these were pioneers. These stores were, but I realised that you didn't have to be big to be good. And when I went to Cambridge Coral Tech, that inspired me particularly.
Is that what you say to Flange on a regular basis?
All the time. I've told you this so many times. Yeah. Right. So, but you didn't have to be, not when it came to marines, because most marine fish keeping customers or reef keepers look for quality. They're not necessarily interested in what I call, you could have the world's greatest, hugest superstore marine shop, but unless that livestock is mint, no one's interested. No. So I've always tried to scale it according to the number of staff. So when it was this was just me and Ren. If you've ever been to AOC and you know the guy Ren, so this was just me and Ren. Barry was a customer at the time, and it was around this time that Barry was showing a bit of interest in the store, and he used to come with his lovely dad, God rest his soul. And I used to have and I'll never forget Barry's dad when he came in, because he had a go at me because he said it was really hard to find. But I gelled with him straight away because he was so blunt, and I could be blunt back to him, and then he brought his son Barry, and Barry, of course, today is my manager. Yeah. So
Sorry, I wanted to ask you, or for you to elaborate on something you told me the other day when you sent me these pictures, which really resonated with me. And because all jokes aside, I I get a little bit of grief from keeping empty boxes. Now, you did something with empty boxes that I now think from when I've been to other shops when I was a boy and I've picked up an empty box off the shelf. There's probably a little bit more to it than people realise.
I was so skint by now. So, as I said, I was so lucky. I was so skint at this stage, about 2012, 2013, 2014, probably a year before this photo. I was so skint because obviously I'd managed to find eventually, after I found out that I was going to be all right back-wise and things like that, I borrowed the money. So I had 25 grand, but I'd be so careful with it. By the time I'd built the shop and done everything, I was penniless. It was 1,100 quid or something, and we were going to go live the next day with the public, weren't we? And I had no real dry stock at all. So the very lights that you're looking at above the display tank there, which are hydras, I believe, which had some T5s on the front, but it was hydras. I literally kept every box mint, and I put them on the shelves to the right of that tank up high. Empty, because I wanted the shop to look like we had stock, but we had no money. So I put the empty boxes on the shelves, and the shop looked great for it. And they were really high up. So
how much is this?
They were so high up the shelves that no one could get to them. So I thought that looks all right. So I got away with that. And I can remember customers going, I really would like some of those hydras. Go, okay. Is it okay if I get them for you for Wednesday? They go, have you not got? Oh, I've sold those ones. And I used to have to bluff it until I had enough money in the bank to be able to pay. So when I think back to those times, one of the first suppliers that actually really believed in my vision was D&D, David Saxby. And me and David have been like an husband and wife team, arguing since I was 19 years old. We have an argument every 6 months, but we've known each other since I was a kid, in so many words. So he supported me. TMC really wanted me to support me at the time. So there's two major suppliers at the time, but I just had no money. And they did offer me credit, but I didn't want credit because I'd already been in a situation where I'd had credit in the private life. So everything had to be paid for, and that's why I see it is as solid as it is today. Because first thing is, me and Ange have never ever wanted to rape it, so to speak, and take all the money out of it. So as soon as we made any money, it went straight back into it. And we carried on living on the same sort of wages we've always lived on. Even to this day.
We still do it today.
To this day. People don't often believe it, but a lot of business owners, Tom, you might relate to this. I still pay myself the same monthly wage 9 years ago. So they talk about weight.
Add some highs and lows, but anyway, moving on.
Can I just say one thing about that old room just there? So when I'm fortunate enough to do my little voluntary days here and there, that room there, the display tank's not there anymore, but largely it's still the same. Most of those tanks are now our QT units and stuff, and that's probably the room I enjoy spending the most time in. Even now, you've got all the beautiful shiny new farm and all the lovely actual shop you guys see, but that shop there, it's like it's just nostalgia. It's like a proper fish room. It's a proper fish shop. That room, and it's still the same vibe. I still really like it in there.
So that's where you go and toss it off. Is that what you're saying?
No, there are cameras in there now.
It's starting to get a bit old. I mean, like, hopefully, when the economy recovers a bit, I'm going to do something with that room, something special again with that room. Probably, I'm going to go down the avenues, I think, of more isolation for the fish and things like that. That's always been my thing. I'm just absolutely fundamental about fish health. I never want customers to leave and have a bad experience, and that room probably costs me to run. I don't know. It probably cost me about 90 grand if I count labour into it and everything a year. And we probably don't make a profit out of that room. Is the truth of it. But what it does do is enable us to be very confident in the public spaces that we're doing the right thing. So it's a space for us to put wild corals or maricultured corals in that we might frag, might have pests, might be a problem, but it's a barrier before we start to move it into the farm number 2 now, and then before it makes it into the shop again. And I think really it's just us trying to add layers of quality to every purchase. and that's really important to me. I don't really want to lose that room. Everything tells, if I was listening to my accountant, he'd tell me to shut it down, get rid of it. But it's a cost. But ultimately, I can see long term me doing something really special with that room. I'm just waiting to see some rays of sunshine in the economy, and then I'll be bang at it. So,
So this is obviously a bit of a centerpiece for anybody that's been to AAC in terms of the shop. So don't give too much away, because you're gonna give all the answers to the quiz questions in a minute. So 2016, how did this bad boy arrive?
Whilst 2015, I was still in Unit 4. And after giving a lot of encouragement and support from my mentor and things like that, he said, look, you obviously need to expand. It's ridiculous. That unit's coming up. There was a yoga studio in this room. And it came available, and I thought I'd take a punt, and I thought, well, what better than to put in the dream tank of my choice in it, And at the time, and I still say to this day, no one ever built a tank as good as a Deltec did. In fact, they gave up building tanks because they never made a profit, so they say. But to give you an idea, in 2016, empty, that was £22,000. And David, at the time, he wanted me to have it. That was empty.
That was?
That
was 22 grand?
Yeah. It was Mercedes 765 something Sprinter paint on it. It was free pack paint, and it was the best of the best trend line, soft line. I think Mo, who's in here. Mo will remember tanks like this. Luke will remember tanks like this. There'll be people in the chat that really know what that tank is. And it was handcrafted by Germans, pipe smoking Germans with pens in their pockets. And it was such a moment in Deltec's history. And actually, a lot of that is down to David Saxby. Because David Saxby had met Wolfgang Wilde, the original owner of Deltec, and they were building tanks at the time. David popularised this German craftsmanship. I mean, even in the UK nowadays, you don't get tanks of this build quality. You've only got to look at it. It's 10 years old today, or 9 years old today. Come and have a look at the paint job on it. It still hasn't fallen to bits.
Now's a good time to tell you all, if you want to see Paul get angry, don't let him catch you using a magnet scraper on this tank.
He doesn't let anyone touch this tank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I've scratched it myself.
Yeah, he will not let anyone scrape it.
I just don't want people to get the blame for it. I'd rather me get the blame for it.
Yeah, makes complete sense.
Poor Piano got told off.
However, the reality is me and Jay were talking, actually. Jay came in and volunteered for us on Monday, gave us a bit of a hand while we're really busy and whatever. And I've been talking with Barry and whatever. There's a good chance that this tank potentially needs at least a good move forward now. It's getting to the point. I mean, any tank that passes nearly a decade is going to need re-gardening, possibly changing. I've got to inspect the seals, and whatever. 10 years, you've had your money's worth, whether it's 22 grand or 5 grand or 2 grand, you've had your money's worth at 10 years.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think that's a good age. So, yeah.
Right, then, moving into other areas, 2016 into 2017. So a bit more.
So Unit 6 was up and running 2016, 2017, did really well there. By which point now we're into social media. I've got people travelling as far as we had some visitors from all over the world at this point. We were getting visitors regular from Europe, France, Belgium, Germany, all sorts. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I'm still humble at this stage, still thinking, oh my God, what on earth is going on? I'm doing really well. I couldn't believe it. And of course, the economy wasn't bad at all back then as well. So lots more confidence now, not leaning on my mentor so much, gaining a bit more, believing in myself a little bit more, which is obviously important for anyone who's sort of in their own world or business of any description. I was starting to believe in myself a little bit. And of course, if you want to fast forward another one, Tom, like that, so 2017, the tank starts to develop 2017. And I think as we get into 2018, so it's all SPS then. 2020. By 2020, I've got a few quid finally. I think to myself, oh, there's another little unit next door to me I've always wanted. I'll have that one as well. So just like Monopoly, I start buying the street up. By this point, I've done quite well. And I thought I'll get 2020, I guess let's do it. And of course, at that time, COVID hit. It was after Coral Freaks 2019, the first sort of American style vendor show in the UK. And I was doing exceptionally well. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I might do this. And probably at that point, that might not have been the best choice at that point, because just as Coral Freaks finished in 2019, October, bosh,
COVID.
in March 2020, COVID hit. And I just piled in about £30,000 into this extension at the time, £30,000, yeah. And all of a sudden, COVID hit, and literally at that point, I was exhausted as well. To be honest with you, I was totally exhausted. We'd done 9 years with no holiday. We were burnt out, and I just spent all this money as well. But actually, believe it or not, COVID was one of them times where I absolutely loved it, because it wasn't.
Well, I was just about to ask you. Sorry. So you've obviously been you've had your tanks. You've loved it. You said earlier you like scaping and this, that, and the. Surely this has got to be a fish keeper, reef keeper's dream, to be designing the layout, the setup.
Yeah, you love all that, don't you?
You've got to like that. The aesthetics, the materials, and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Paul's got his vision where he can see things before it's done. I can't do that. He can. Yeah. He's quite good at that. Yeah. That's one of your fortes, I'd say.
Yeah,
that's probably what he thought about you, Ange, when he saw you in the kebab shop at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I can see things usually. Even my builder often says to me, I'll give him a measurement by like holding my fingers up like that, and they go, "That's like 27 centimeters." He goes,
"You wish."
I go, "It's 20."
I go, it's
27.5 actually, and he'll get his tape measure and I'm bang on. I can see stuff, but I can't make it. I've got a very good builder, and I work side by side with him with everything and every vision I have, and it facilitated this. But of course, COVID hit, and at the time, I love my staff. They're like my family. As much as I might, as Jamie will tell you, I probably shouldn't be involved with HR, But the reality is that I love them like I love my family. And it got to this point where I was absolutely exhausted. And I thought to myself, do you know what? At least I've given it my best shot. And I thought it was game over when COVID hit.
Yeah.
But of course, and I didn't want to endanger my staff. There were other stores that were open around me. We had no idea at the time what was going on.
Was coming. No.
And I didn't want to take any risk. Hello, Corey. I didn't want to take the risks or anything like that with my staff. So we split into shifts, and at the time we had to I think we only had 2 people out on furlough at the time or whatever. But I thought it was game over at the point I'd just built all that. And then all of a sudden it went mental. And we were back up and running again, I think by January 2021, was it?
Yeah, well, we're still working, wasn't you? You was like letting customers come to the door.
Yeah.
And serve customers.
But obviously the sales.
But it was appointment only, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Can
terrible.
I just ask you a random question from a Yorkshireman to obviously, a southern friend? I'm going to choose my words carefully. Obviously, the higher sort of. Yeah, that's the one. The higher profiled products are behind the shelf or behind the till, sorry, as you can see in the picture. What is the silliest? Have you ever caught somebody trying to steal something like ridiculously large that there's like no way you would be able to get out the shop with it, or does that not happen?
No.
Okay.
No, everything about the shop is based on experience. Yeah. So, for example, from the age of 16 all the way through to this point, you're looking at 2020. I knew how people think, and I think the reason for that is because I come from a town that's pretty you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
a bit
I know how
lively.
people think. Yeah, so there are products that people we have to. There has been theft in the shop over time, but we always make sure that it can never really be that terrible a theft. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that, of course, if you nick one bottle of gear off a shelf, ultimately that retailer loses the entire profit across the rest of that shelf. You know, that's what people need to understand.
That's why it's there.
So yeah, that's why it was done. It was very, very important, the layout of the shop. Everything was absolutely thought through, because I know the town I live in, and I also, unfortunately, know the sort of people that would be shoplifters. So
that's why a lot of shops have empty boxes, though. What we talked about a second ago, isn't it, as well, for that exact reason, you know.
Yeah, there is a lot of that as well. Okay. But I think sometimes sometimes it makes sense to use empty boxes, depending where it is. But other times it can make you look like you got nothing. You know,
fair enough.
We learned the hard way at Home Marine. We used to have those. Do you remember the old style retail sort of point and display units with the little metal pegs that just latch in? You'd hang all your stuff on one of those, and I've seen people back on the cameras come in and just take the whole peg and just walk out the door.
That's it,
and you think that's a whole row of products just gone. So we don't have any of that in AAC. It's all shelved, and you can't just pick up a whole run of something. It's
no. Yeah. We have got eyes everywhere as well.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, as I said, I always make, at the end of the day, I think we're very lucky in the sense that we've got eyes on the job everywhere. Everyone understands, and luckily we're not victim to much of it. There has been a couple of incidences which has been really sad, where we've had contamination for whatever means. We can't be sure who it is, or why it is, but you know, there was a lithium battery dropped down the wheel once to try and poison us, and you know, over time, I don't know whether that's born out of jealousy or whether that's animal rights or all sorts of things. You never really know, but we've got it. But luckily, we've always had a team where the team care. So it's not just my or Angela's eyes. Everyone's eyes wants to make sure those animals are kept as they should be. You know.
Well, like I say, business is only as good as the staff and the people you've got around you, as far as I'm concerned. And I think a lot of people, Steph, Jamie, obviously Jamie supports Steph. People watching at home will definitely comment that you are welcomed from everybody. You know, and I'm not just saying that because you guys are on, but that is, for me, is testament to you guys at the helm of the ship. But also, it makes you want to go back and have a positive. It's quite simple. You have a nice experience. You want to go back. You tell everybody how great it was, and then they go and have a try, don't they? Okay, so 2023, and Ange's doing some Billy Elliot sort of pirouetting in this room.
Yeah, so okay. So we survived COVID, and we think, why not expand some more like a Muppet? But this unit was actually really in the middle of all the other units. This unit actually was owned by the police dog team or the council dog team in between all of the units, and they moved back to head office, and it became available. I didn't fancy any other neighbours, so I had to get it. So it was a question, and also for parking reasons as well, for customers, you know, so that the whole row now of the Monopoly board, if you know what I mean, Old Kent Road was all occupied.
It's Mayfair. It's Mayfair.
No, I don't know about Mayfair.
Luke Green's commented on the floor, and I don't know about you, Steph. I don't think it's a Yorkshire thing, but that reminds me of my school hall. I mean, I'm older than you.
That was a good
herringbone.
Herringbone flooring.
Well, actually, in fact, it was a school metal room. Originally, Latin Bush Business Centre was a school.
That was my school.
It was Angela's school.
That was my school.
That was your school there.
That was my senior school. Yeah.
There.
Yes.
The metalwork.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that Ange was in charge of the tuck shop at one point.
Ange was in trouble at school.
Ange was naughty. Ange still doesn't know what her exam results are.
Yeah, you know where we are.
Yes.
All right, don't broadcast that.
But she can roll the joint quicker than anybody at that.
All these units that we're in now, these all used to be the woodwork and metalwork units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you say that. It's such a mature sort of wang. These were the metal units.
The floor is actually 70 years old.
Wow.
When Florence out of school.
No, the floor was set. The floor, the actual hole,
Yeah, the
was
actual
70
building.
years
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
So it's sat there for 70 years only for you to flood it every week.
Exactly, yeah. Just to
Yeah.
ruin it within a few years, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and despite all of the technical paint that I've had to use, because to dig the floor up would have been an absolute nightmare. That would have been about 15 grand. So we had to use a technical paint. So 2023, we decided we get this space, and I think at the same time, one of my Yoda reef keepers in my life, which is Terry Evans, who taught David Saxby how to reef. 86 years old. He says to me, Paul, I'm thinking of giving up the seahorses that I breed for TMC. Do you fancy having a go? You seem to be the right man for it. And I go, am I? And he goes, yes, you are. So I gave him 5 grand, took away a lot of his bits and pieces for him. He schooled me, and that's where we are today with the seahorses. Yeah. He's the same guy, incidentally. Every time you go at the freezer, I want you to think about this guy. He's 86. His name's Terry Evans. And he invented frozen fish food. He was the first guy to catch river shrimp. He was the first guy with another guy to build the combined heat of thermostat. So many reef keepers take a lot of these products for granted. But I can tell you now, this country had some of the most amazing minds ever. We invented the combined heat of thermostat. No one else did. The UK did. You know, Graham Cox, Terry Evans, David Saxby was a student of these people, to give you an idea. Yeah. And I was very, very fortunate that this guy had always really, he used to tell me off all the time, but he always loved me. And he was also Jamie and my boss's competition. So there was always this Arsenal-Chelsea thing going on. Yeah. And once upon a time, he wanted me to work for him, and he's still got that to this day. He still has the pencil-written letter that I wrote to say, "Dear Terry, I'm really sorry, but I feel some more loyalty to Barry at this stage." But he came back to me all these years later and said, "Paul, you're the right man for my seahorses." And that's how I got involved with that. And actually, at the same time, I was thinking, what am I going to do when I retire? What am I actually going to do that's of any benefit? And I thought to myself, all I've ever done is sold life. Now it's time for me to put life back into the hobby. So, and I thought, well, seahorses, they're the guppies of the marine fish world. At least I can start there. Maybe I can work my way towards other species like scooters and flame pipes and things like that. So seahorses seem to be the right starting thing. And that's where Ange gets her fishy juices from. And whilst I go for a wee, Ange will carry on.
Do you know what, Ange? I was just about to ask you this. So you've been together. How long at this point?
Today? We've been together. 37, 38 years.
And at what point then did you then decide that I want a tank for me? I want to do something for Flange. I want my little baby.
Last year.
Actually,
no, 2 years ago I wanted a tank, but I've defected, haven't I? I didn't want marine. I wanted to do a little tropical tank.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously I've been around marines for a long, long time. I just wanted something different. It all started when we went to Vivarium a few years ago, and I've seen all these nice tropical tanks where they all look great, all look nice with the grass and all these lovely designs in there. I thought, maybe I could do that. So I've given it a go this year, and I've got a little tank.
It does look good.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm still learning. It's no water in it yet, but I've got the plants in there, and I'm just doing the dry start method. There you go.
Just keeping it moist.
Keeping it moist.
Very moist.
Keeping it moist.
So Paul's sorting himself out. What tank is it? What tank are we looking at here?
This is an ADA tank.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 30 by 30 by 30, so it's very small.
Freshwater, boom.
So shush. I'm just doing what you call a dry start method. So you put your plants in and just basically spray it, keep it moist, keep it covered with cling film for the humidity.
Moist.
Yeah, we like the word moist. And just air it every day for 15-20 minutes and spray it. So, and the plants are starting off, which is good. So I've got some Monte Carlo, got some Crips there, some Anubius. What else have I got?
Does it, Paul, can I just ask, does it turn you on when Ange starts giving out these Latin scientific names by any chance? I just saw you have a little twinkle in your eye then when she started getting a
I
little
really
bit
like the fact
Latin.
that you can imagine that, you know, for years she's put up with me being a crazy fish twat.
That's what I'm just you two in bed, like reading a book, and then she just starts reeling out these Latin names of plants.
I can only imagine what she thought. And then, but obviously, in the last since the seahorses, she's really showing a lot of
things. With the seahorses, I've done quite a lot. So obviously, they were in this room to begin with, all the seahorse tanks. Yeah, and that's the reason why we obviously took on Unit 5 as well, because we wanted it out of it because it was getting too much. It was like we had to keep coming home to feed the babies, and they were giving birth literally every few weeks, and it just got ridiculous, you know. So we needed it all to be in house at work, you know. Going back to
I got fed up with it, Tom, being at home. I needed to come home and call it a day.
Yeah,
you know. So you know, and that's why we built that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's seen that, it is so clinical. I mean, I know you took me around and you were talking to me about the ventilation, obviously. So I've got a garage system at home, and you know, it is, you would quite happily go to work there 8, 9, 10 hours a day, every day, you know, and you would make sure that you're cleaning up after yourself. It gives you that vibe, which I think is really important, because you've been to so many different places where you spill something on the floor and somebody sort of like rubs the foot on it and blends it in the floor a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Though that's this environment is like really
like
would
that
do
clean, crisp look. Do you know? We just like it looking.
It's difficult maintaining it and keeping it like it is a black car, and you know, or whatever. You know, it's a pain in the ass, but at the same time, it teaches you to be disciplined.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and that's an important part of AACs, is that in order to meet the standards that hobbyists expect, you know, you've got to start with a sort of level, and you've got to try and keep it and maintain it to that level. And that's really the difference between those people in the industry that make it forever and those that can't. Is that it takes forever to get to a standard and maintain that standard. You know, but you know, the floor, to be honest with you, is a pain in the arse. It was meant to be grey. It's supposed to be concrete grey, that floor. And the paint was a technical paint from Germany. It's 1,500 quid to do the floor, in paint. And it was supposed to be a breathable paint, because the floor was 70 years old and mahogany. If I'd have dug it all out, we would have had to screed it. It would have been 3 months drying and all these problems. So we went to Germany for a special paint, and it was supposed to be grey. And it's just a hint of grey.
It's more.
So it's a real difficult floor to maintain. But it teaches people to be clean, tidy, and that's why I'm starting to go down that road. If you go down that avenue of not lab grade but near to lab grade, then it teaches you
state of mind though as well, isn't it? State of mind, I think, just general habit and how you just approach everything. I think it's important.
It's just easy to keep clean,
especially things like electric as well. As you go through various LFSs over the years, or you develop your LFS, you realise about safety more and more. Remember, when it's just you, the owner, it don't really matter if I kill myself or electrocute myself. But later on down the road, when you've got a staff team, you've got to make sure that they're safe. You know, nothing would kill me more than to think that I've not done due diligence by my staff. So things like electrical safety are paramount, and what have you. And also, I build stuff to last these days. I don't build stuff to be 10 minutes. No.
Well, Paul, if you remember back in 25 years ago at Home Marine, you'd have to risk, if someone wanted to get a coral out of a certain tank, you knew he was going to get a zap off of it.
Absolutely, electric. There were some tanks. I worked in a shop when I was 16 at Harlow on a mainly cichlid based freshwater store. I'll never forget, it was on my second week or something, wasn't it? I put my hand into a tank and I got a bolt like I've never had before in my life.
I'm trying to figure out how old Jamie is, because he just said 25 years ago and he was working with you, and he doesn't look that much older than, well...
No, he's always looked like he was 15. Even
is that Benjamin Button? Is he getting younger as he gets older?
Years old since I've met him.
I'll take it. No, to be fair, this was back in the day when you could get a Saturday job at 15, 16.
Yeah,
So
I did.
I was a part-timer, just, you know, on sort of cashing
Wasn't
out on
you
the day.
14 when you came to me first?
It might have been 40, yeah. I'm 40 this year, and I think it was 24, 25 years ago.
He might have lied on his job application, Paul.
Well, back then, honestly, employment law was such, as long as they had an interest and a passion, yeah, it wouldn't have really mattered if he was 12.
Mm.
Yeah, but obviously you couldn't do it nowadays. But back then, I
16
sound like I'm an old
now.
codger, but back then it was like, schoolboy stuff. I had a paper round and I worked in home marine.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, man. He was a good boy, Tom, Jamie. He was one of the best behaved.
He still is a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely what we would have called at school a boff. I don't know whether you call them boffs.
Yeah, no, he was a good, like, from a
straight A student. Yeah.
He was a good boy. He done what he was told.
Jamie's in charge of the calendar for the network.
Give you an idea.
I've heard.
Some of Jamie's fellow colleagues that were give you an idea. One of them used to come in after being out all night raving, like still out of his nut, and used to stick his head in the planted tank. Yeah, and his party trick was putting a frozen cube of bloodworm on his tongue, and he used to walk around shot with bloodworm. That was him. Simon the Pieman, who's Jamie, still to this day, he's one of Jamie's good friends. He was my naughty one. He used to do things. I trusted him to order inverts once from Singapore. And then he flooded the shop with Majano anemones. He just ordered box of Majano anemones, which is unbelievable. But he's the funniest guy we ever know. In fact, I think Jamie will remember we got him back by putting a dead piranha on his battery in July on his car. And we didn't tell him for about a week. You know, but yeah, there were the days when I Jamie.
Good days. Very
good
good days. Yeah.
And then you built the studio that you do some podcasts.
Yeah, but it shows you how times have changed. So we didn't. So back then, of course, we had practical fish keeping, a bit of forums, and then all of a sudden, we're in the world of social media, and now here we are to this day, right this moment in time, on a YouTube live stream talking about reefing, which is phenomenal because, as I said, it was such a rare hobby, really, a rare part of the aquatic industry, marine only. And when you look at that photo there, really, we're looking to the right there at a nano reef. Who would have thought it? You know, and then we're getting ready to film things and put things online. You know, it's an amazing journey in terms of technology as well as the hobby. You know, really.
Definitely. I love that unit. It is so clean. I love all it's just great. I think everybody who's seeing it in the flesh definitely needs to get a tour. So you're going to do a tour, aren't you? The show. Sorry, Steph. You're going to do some little limited tours around the fish.
Well, yeah. When we do the Reefers network, mate, as such, we're going to the details for that in a while. Yeah. But obviously, where it's grown now, Tom. You know, it's gone from sort of having 20 people in that room where we're keep an eye on things and whatever you to like. You know, it's phenomenal. This next reef mate coming up, but. Yeah, Steph, what was you going to say?
I was just going to ask you, Paul, throughout the whole of this journey, how much have you seen the hobby grow from, those early days to now?
Well, the thing was, if you think all the way back to then, I wanted this hobby to grow. I was absolutely trying my best to make this hobby grow. But what worries me nowadays, it's grown so big that now there's such an insatiable appetite for the animals that we want. Do we push our animals to the point of, especially with trends? One of the things that really disappoints me in our hobby is trends. I'd rather and a lot of that, I have to fuel those trends. I have to be part of those trends because that's what the consumer wants. But back when I started, it was very much about the animals, and not about trophies. People weren't collecting corals based on their name. Now I'm part of that name because that's what the people want out there. But
that's where the money's going to get spent, and you need that as a business.
Yeah, the problem is that actually, in terms of the way it's gone, Steph, it's gone from like a sort of niche hobby, fairly sort of dark art, secret hobby, to absolutely mainstream. It's like going from like, it's like Guns N' Roses starting out and then they're on top of the pops. You know what I mean? It's gone all the way. And the problem with that is, in so many words, is that when there was, for example, a trend in, for argument's sake, scenario or zoanthids or mushrooms, or every time we do this hobby trend thing, or torch corals or whatever, every time we do this, we are exploiting the animals to the brink. When we look, if we turn the blue lights down and go white again, yeah, everyone will start appreciating the animals for what they really are. They'll start looking at the animals, yeah. They'll start thinking about the animals more. At the moment, it's very, as much as it's amazing that it's grown, and of course it's helped, you know, my journey, you know, as such, has been perpetuated by a lot of these trends as well. Yeah. But if you ask me genuinely, and if you ask Chris Meckley, for argument's sake, if you ask Kerry O'Neill, if you ask Jamie Craggs, if you ask people out there, like really what they see about a hobby now, it has become a little bit trophy. And I'd very much like to see white lights go back up, and then we'll lose those gold torches. We'll lose those zoanthid varieties that are brought to the point of extinction. You know, there's a whole good possibility that some of those zoanthids out there now are not found in the wild anymore. I'll give you an idea. I'm dealing with a Vietnamese guy. That's where we used to get our Vietnamese radioactive dragon eyes and eagle eyes. They were the common trend. They weren't trendy. They were trendy for a bit. They became mainstream. Guess what? They've had a bleaching event. No one can get them anymore. There's none available. None in Vietnam at all. It's all gone. Rhycordia, Florida. I've just had to reach out 2,000 miles south of the Caribbean, from Florida south, to find orange Rhycordia, because there's none left. They're all bleached. They're all gone. So when you think of environmental pressures, and then you think of hobbyist pressures, although we're a tiny fraction of really the destruction of a coral, we're literally microscopic. And if you was there listening to Jamie at Coral Freaks, that's as good as you need to know. If Jamie Craggs tells you we're doing no harm, that's all you need to know. But we still exploit single species, whether that's Trachophilia, Wellsophilia, whether that's Cinerea, whether that's Acantophilia. It worries me about trends, but in terms of hobby and growth, yes, Steph, it's phenomenal. You know, there wasn't even an industry, for example, carved out for Steph. Now there is an industry carved out for Steph. You know, as I said, so we've all benefited from it financially. We've all done well, but I do worry about the future. I'd like to see more responsible.
Well, we're all part of it, and we're all part of it, and another reason why we're all getting together at the end of the month.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm just going to butt in here and just say, in the next, in 5-10 minutes time, we are going to be doing, I will do the quiz. So for those of you that have already watched the show, I'm sure you've already got the app, downloaded it. If you haven't, you'll need to download Kahoot. It's free. We'll be doing the quiz in about 5 to 10 minutes time. I'm going to nip to the ladies' room. Paul looks like he wants a cigarette. He's absolutely dying.
No, he's getting my Prosecco.
I was getting your Prosecco.
I'm serving drinks, Tom. So you are right. I might go for a cigarette.
Go for a quick cig. Flange,
yes.
Do you want to tell people watching at home about Flange's bar while I just nip to the toilet?
My bar? Oh my God. What's my bar on there?
Tell them about why it's a bar now, really.
Why it's a bar? I've always wanted a bar. Always, forever and ever and ever.
Not you, Flange.
No. What makes you think that? No, well, obviously, seahorses have gone, and I just thought, okay, what should we do? We'll do a bar. But
supposed to relax, didn't we?
Paul had his man cave in here originally.
Vinyl, his DJ decks.
His DJ decks and everything else, and and he said, "Well, this is my space." And I went, "Well, I want some of it." So we've dedicated half of it as the bar, and then half of it as his sort of man cave bit with his tank and that down the end here. So yeah, I've got my sign, my Flange's bar sign that you can see there. I've got my famous cocktail there. Pink pussy.
Yeah.
Pink pussy comprises of.
Well, you can read it there. Can you read it?
How much are the specials, Ange?
How much are the specials?
Yeah,
They're free when you come here, mate.
Oh, they.
Oh, no, my pink pussy. Yeah, that's a good cocktail.
I've heard if.
Steph, did you have my pink pussy when you was here?
I had something else as well, but I'm not saying what it was.
Anyway, yes, as I said a second ago, if I just nip to the gents, Daniel, if you haven't already done so, we will send you. I will throw a pin up on screen in a second. Yes. Unfortunately, tonight's quiz is UK only, simply because all the prizes that have been donated are literally for the meet at the end of the month AAC. They are to be spent in the shop. We've got livestock vouchers. We've got a gift from Exodus that people can win for sure. But yes, all we're asking is that anybody can enter, get involved. It's Friday night, get involved in the game. But we will need to know, and I'm going to have to dedicate or nominate, should I say, Jamie? You are Mr. Organised. You got a pen and paper. So I'm going to need you to make some notes of some of the usernames that win tonight. Because basically, if somebody wins and they're not going to be coming or they're not UK based, we are going to have to work our way down the leaderboard and allocate the prizes accordingly. Because the prizes, as I've just kind of touched on, are going to be awarded in store at the Reefers Network meet at the 28th on the 28th. It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks today, isn't it? At the Green Man, I just realised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 weeks
So
today.
not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah. 2 weeks today.
I'm gonna grab a pen and a pencil because I'm not in my usual fish room man cave. My wife.
There were a few comments.
We already know.
There were a few comments about your corals not moving in the normal sort of way. So yeah, kind of get that.
No. I'm gonna grab a pen because I usually have everything to hand, but I've been a bit out of sorts. Give me 2 seconds.
Paul, we were just talking about Flange's Bar. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure it's got a story to tell in there.
Yeah, I mean, it was like she's always wanted a bar, and in actual fact, my mentor said to me, "You need a space that when you take your suit of armour off to go and relax and all that." And I thought, because at that point I'd said after the Seahorses, I'm not having a tank anymore at home. I've had enough now. It was hours when I was out here till 11 o'clock.
Not having a tank at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I decided, you know what? I thought I'd have a tank at home. So I had to be very careful about how I designed that tank because I knew I didn't want to be crawling on the floor and emptying a skimmer cup on my knees and all the rest of it and all that. So I made it absolutely so serviceable that I don't really need to do much at all. Well, once a week glass clean. I even had the lights moved back 3 inches from the front glass so that the glass don't get dirty at the front. Yeah. Down to auto water change. Joe Chambers helped me a lot out with some of the automation on it. He came in and helped us with a Neptune and what have you, and also Angie's tank as well is actually. I don't know if you mentioned that, but
I talked about that.
Yeah, Joe. Joe.
Because he's not marine.
Yes, boo.
You can a little bit.
Yeah, but the idea being as well that this needed to be a space that me and Ange can relax in, and in fact, Steph's actually sort of partially kipped it before, isn't you, Steph? Isn't you?
Well, we got a little sofa bed here. It's not very comfortable, Steph.
No, I was too excited as well for the trip. So
yeah, you didn't really sleep that night, did you?
No, we didn't sleep.
Oh. Yeah.
Right. I haven't checked the spelling, grammar, answers of the quiz. So if anything's wrong, shame on me, jokes on me. But yeah, thanks to Jamie for contributing to the questions. Steph, a few, because Paul and Ange came up with 5.
6.
Sorry, 6. One of them you didn't give me the answer to. One of them you didn't give me the answer to, so I had to throw that out.
Paul's worked it out.
It's all right. Rundown of the prizes. So thank you ever so much to the sponsors for tonight. We have got AAC are giving you guys that are joining us at the network meet £100 livestock voucher to be spent in store. Exodus £75 reef nutrition pack, which will be given again in store as you attend the meet. MBM Aquarium Design, Mick Whitfield is given a £50 AAC in-store voucher, along with Johnny from Aquaprint, who is donating a Safe Space XL new range product. 4th place. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, MBM. Thank you, Aquaprint, Johnny, most appreciated, and Exodus, of course. I knew nothing about those prizes. So
there you go.
That's really nice of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the rules are quite simple, as I touched on a second ago, Paul. They're literally, we're asking anybody that's going to play the game to literally say at the end of it, should you win a prize if you're going to be coming to the meet, UK or not, because we can only give the prizes to people who attend the meet in person.
Yeah.
So if it's
in
a case of somebody
on the day,
in store on the day, nothing online, unfortunately, nothing to be posted out. You need to be there at the meet because this is literally about the network meet on the 28th at AAC. Okay, right. So a few people commenting. Yeah, there are some great prizes. Thank you very much to everybody who's donated. Appreciate it. Right, this is where I'm going to have to flick my screen. I said screen, nothing else when I said that. Yeah. 1 second. I know exactly where you're thinking. Right. Can we see this? Right. Classic mode. Start. Okay. Here's your game pin if you want to join in. There's your game.
Tom, are we doing the 10 seconds per question this time? Or was 5 okay?
From 5. There was a lot of complaining the other week about 5 seconds. I was quite surprised. I thought quite a lot of people in the live chat would have been able to sort of resonate, or should I say, understand what 5 seconds is truly like. But no, people wanted to go for 10. So I said, okay, 10. So there we go. Let's see who's joining us. We'll give you a couple of minutes while we have a swag of the old live on a Friday night. Happy Friday to you. Again, as I've just said, if you're going to win, you need to be going to the meet.
This is
I think also.
Nice.
I've never seen this. This is cool.
I don't want
something I invested in last year.
I don't want to blow too many of Paul's trumpets, but with the livestock that I've seen coming through the QT room at the minute, there's going to be a lot of good stuff to spend these vouchers on. So
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure Angela will tell you. How much have I done this week? 10 grand already?
Oh,
I've done at least 10 or 12 grand already. We've got another 10 or 12. You'll be well.
We're always well stocked anyway, but yeah, there is some nice bits.
Right.
Yeah, all settled and ready for the day.
Yeah.
Give it till 32 on the clock. 20 more seconds. Anybody
21 seconds to go.
Join us a little bit later. How many people got? 23 people playing. Okay.
Come on, that's got
no problem.
I
thought I saw the Yorkshire Reefer in there then. That's it. Is that allowed? Is it?
I'm not in it.
So we've got B&J, Eric Hotplate, Luke G, Steve Owen, Marine Reefer, James, Graham's just joined us, James Krem, Mike Farrow, Stephen Z, Mrs. Milot, Carl W, Southeast Reef, Jay, Dan, Reefy Reese, Harry Bow, Harry West, Milot, Centripagi, Tezza, Danis, Norfolk Reefer, Rama, Bristol Reefer, and somebody from the US of A. Right. Let's go. Jamie.
Good luck, everyone.
Pen, paper. Ready?
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
First
are we doing 3 separate quizzes then, are we?
No, one long one.
One long one, okay. All right. Oh, I don't even know this.
Oh, where they just disappeared to.
Oh, that's not a good start. It was. Oh,
just disappeared. Right. Okay. Fair enough. Right.
We'll try and get back.
Yeah. And just to remind everybody as well, it's not you. It's about fastest finger first as well, not just about necessarily getting it right. So here we are. Here you are. You're back. You're back. There you go.
That was who had the most floods in the store.
That was who had the most floods in the store, and the answer was Paul, clearly. We all knew that before we asked the question, obviously. Yep. Okay. Well done, Steve Owen. He was the fastest one to get that right. Okay, well question 2. Oh, sorry. I haven't told you, Ange and Paul. There may be a few funny surprises along the way.
Oh, no.
Sorry. It is Friday.
No, then.
True or false? Paul the Reefing Master has more freshwater setups at home than saltwater.
Oh. Surely not. Shine on.
Really nice, sexy Han Solo there, Paul.
Oh, look at that.
The answer is true. Boom.
We've seen one tonight. We've seen the planted tank, and there's also an awesome pond in the garden, isn't there? With
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
Bible and
that's
stuff
true.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie, you got me there. I'm thinking that's false, but that's true. Even I don't
Yeah.
know. I live here. I live here.
Jamie's been a proper mole this week for me with
Yeah,
these questions.
yeah.
It's been brilliant. Been brilliant. Right, let's see who got that answer right. My lot.
Ooh.
There you go.
Well done.
Well done, James. Well done. Okay, so we've got James, Tezza, and Smash in third place. Right, next question. Question 3. How many species of seahorse does Paul breed in the seahorse stables at AAC? Oh, there you go. Good Scooby-Doo combo there.
Look at that.
The correct answer is 2. I will send you both these pictures afterwards.
Yeah,
I've already set it up for you. You can get these. Now, I was doing this at work yesterday when we were talking about it, and you were sending me the questions, and I was because how this Kahoot works is when you start typing the question, a bit of AI, I think, or however it works, starts to populate a picture that resembles or make links to the question. And I was like, this is so boring. And I was just like, I've got a perfect idea. How can make them off?
That's good.
Anyway,
I love it.
Right, we've got this one right. Let's have a look what that's done to the scores. Rama is in the top spot. Well done, Rama. Well done.
Rama.
And that is the 2 are Erectus and Zosterae.
Yep.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool.
There you go. Right then. What have we got? Question 4. In AAC, how many aquariums are used as display tanks in the main shop? Oof, Barbie and Ken. Look at you there in your youth.
Oh my God. Right. Is that you though?
The answer is, of course, 7. Thanks, Steph, for sorting that question out, mate. Appreciate it.
I didn't know that, Steph. I ain't ever counted them.
I think 7.
Oh, there we go. Okay, right. What's that done to the scores? Tiz's out in the top spot. He's bumped into first. No, James is second.
Go on, Terry.
He's been knocked down to
I
third.
just want to see the pictures.
You want to see the pictures? Of course you do. Okay, next one then. Beady eyes. I thought it might throw people out of concentration as well. Because lack of concentration. What is the latest pod AAC have brought to the UK? Oh, bit of Kylie and Jason going off here.
Kylie and Jason. Look.
Jaffa flavoured condoms, algae turf scrubber, having aqua inside Neptune skimmers. One person went for Jaffa flavoured condoms.
There you go. There's the next business venture, guys.
There you go. Okay.
Got to go down under.
That has been a super fast seller today. We're sold out of pros already.
Yeah.
Have you?
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
It's phenomenal.
It's ridiculous.
Can I ask the question as well? Wasn't you actually prototyping one and actually fed
we've
back
got one
some
on
changes
show.
to it?
I made sure that you had Celsius because the Americans were going to try and launch it with Fahrenheit for Europe. I went no.
No.
So,
Yeah.
It's a good bit of kit. Really good bit of kit.
It is very good. It's very clever.
we got the standard left, but there's no more pros.
Wow. And what? Just what's the difference? Give me
The pro
version.
has TVOC, which is a measure of volatile compounds or air quality in the room, carbon dioxide and humidity.
Right.
Whereas, but it's still
outside temperature.
an outside temperature. But whereas the other one just does all your basic tank parameters. It's actually the standard's good enough for these people. But for whatever reason today, £50 weren't worth saving. And we literally sold out straight away.
The normal one is just as good.
The normal one's fine. If you want tank monitoring, it's absolutely fine. But the other one measures carbon dioxide.
If you've got a carbon monoxide.
Which is quite useful if you're in a flat or if you're in a house. You have to keep your windows shut all the time. So you can get an idea of like air quality and things like that and humidity. But, you can buy humidity stat. I mean, I've got a temperature gauge up here in the bar monitoring the humidity. and I think it was £6.99 off of Amazon. So don't get me wrong, the pro's great, but the standard tells you everything you really need to know.
Right, scores then. Where are we now? Oh, Rama's pushed back into first spot.
Oh, look at Rama go.
And, Mr. Matthew Norfolk Reefer is in third place.
Yeah, third place. Maths on the rise.
Come on then. Right, next question. What brand of pump in the AAC coral table is referred to as the Jaffa Cannon? Is it? Oh, Pat and Frank Butcher.
That's me. Look at us two there. Look at that. That's me and you, isn't it? That is more like me and you, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow, everyone knew that one though. That's impressive.
Yeah. That's actually I give credit to the East Coast Reefer. He actually named that the Jaffa Cannon. Actually, he made me a thing to hold it with. But yeah, and it is whopping cannon. I love it. If anyone out there's got a big tank, you've got to get a Jaffa Cannon. But Pat Butcher, yeah, he's definitely about right. Yeah.
Right, well, the scores. Let's have a look at the scores of the doors.
Oh,
yeah, Rama's right in front.
Matt's on the rise.
Matt's on the rise. He's second.
He's just sitting below.
Well done.
Decent.
I've got blue roll. Well done.
4 in a row, Matt. Decent. Go on.
Flange, there's plenty more. There's plenty more where these came from. Don't you worry, my dear. Oh, I've been a busy boy. Not.
We've got to make sure that if Matt actually wins this, we've got to make sure the affiliate table is stacked up because he has got an archway on the go, hasn't he?
Right.
Yes.
Mm.
Right then. Next one. Paul Hughes, founder of AAC, previously managed which prestigious London aquatic centre? Oof. Paul Hughes, fishmonger. Bit fat there in the face. Oh, was it Home Aquatics, like Marines for You, Seahorse, or Home Marine?
Seahorse, is that?
Oh, a lot of people went for Home Aquatics.
People weren't listening.
Correct answer was Home Marine, as you say, Jamie. As you say, Jamie, the answer was
already. Yeah.
Quite a few answers we're going to talk about were discussed earlier. So,
Tez is in top spot. There we go. Well done, Terry.
Yep.
Up 5 places. Jay's the highest climber. Well done, Jay.
Nice.
Right then. Next one we've got for you. Question 8. Which popular snack food would you loosely associate with AAC? Oh, there you are. Look at you both.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I actually look quite good there.
You've never had hair like that, have you?
I quite like that look. I did once upon a time have hair, you know.
There we go.
It is, of course, Jaffa cake, so I would be shocked if
By the way,
got that
Tom
wrong.
also, by the way, let me stop there.
Cool.
Me and Tom had a bit of a chat yesterday when I was doing a test here. Tom also washes his no hair in the shower.
I wonder what he was going to say then.
Yeah. He also, even though we haven't got hair, we still wash it.
Yeah, right.
I do. So, I don't know whether Baby Dave's under a different alias, but I'm assuming Baby Dave is the person that would have gone for midget gems. Incidentally, the rest of you went with Jaffa cakes. Well done to the 23 of you got that right. Let's see who actually got that right the fastest and what that's made to the difference that's made to the score. Not much.
Oh, he wants to win. He wants to win.
Yeah. Reefy Reese.
There's a long way to go. There's a long way to go, guys.
There is. So we've got 4 prizes, Jamie, that we're giving out. 4 levels of prizes.
4 prizes.
So we're looking at the top 4 that are obviously going to be attending the network meet at the end of the month. Okay, right then. Next question is coming to you now. True or false? Number 9. AAC is both a saltwater and freshwater aquatic store. Oof, there's Paul when he was a trawlerman back in the day.
Captain Birdseye.
Yeah, Captain Birdseye.
You look like a geezer out of Brassic.
Yeah.
It's
Not Brassic, out of, what's it called?
It's the old boy out of Brassic.
Not Brassic, was it?
It was, yeah.
He's thinking,
yeah.
The correct answer is false, clearly. Yeah, it's saltwater only, unless you're
in the freshwater as well.
In the Hughes residence.
They're obviously not listening.
Yeah.
That's just that his home residence is the freshwater.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, Harry West has bumped into 3rd place. Well done, Harry.
He's on the rise.
Well done. Right then. Plenty
Come on,
more.
Reese as well. Reese is doing well.
Question 10. MPS corals are a niche group of filter feeding animals, but what does the MPS actually stand for? Oh, there's Paul in his prime at the gym.
I used to look like that.
In my dream.
Right?
It is, of course, non-photosynthetic, of which you are getting quite a reputation for having an amazing array of these corals for people to view.
Yeah.
And
A bit. Don't fall for it. It's me. I'm just pushing boundaries. I don't have to follow. It might be wrong.
It's something different, and I think it captures their imagination. Like even when we had to go back to like Love to Reef, or was it? I think Love to Reef a year ago when Thane was over. He stood in front of that tank for half an hour asking questions about it. He was enthralled by it. It's something different, isn't it?
Yeah. Steph, you love it and all, don't you?
I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's one of them things. It's literally like I would not recommend it for everyone. I mean, it is actually damn expensive. It's 10 litre water change a day just to keep up with just feeding a few of the 10 litres of salt water every day. I get through a bottle of marine snow a month, and I get through a bottle of oyster feast a month as well on it. I use 3,000 litres worth of food on 300 litres a day.
what?
Yeah.
Today I put in there around about 1 million Norpoline there today from the seahorse thing where I'm breeding the babies. So don't copy.
Yeah, don't.
Right?
Wow, that's crazy.
And that isn't totally MPS.
Wow.
Yeah, so as I said, it's not for the faint-hearted. I always make the point that just because you see what you see, it's like bunches of flowers. It might work, it might not. Yeah, but at the moment, I'm winning. I'm actually growing a few. I've actually grown a spiral gorgonian now by 4 inches in 6 months, which is quite considerable. Yeah,
it's the next frontier of the hobby.
Well, once upon a time, someone said you couldn't grow acros. Once upon a time, someone said you couldn't keep stony corals. Once upon a time, people couldn't even dream of keeping a soft coral alive. So, all that. So, MPS, go on. All right, stop talking. All right.
Scores on the doors. Terry's back in the first place. Rama closely in second. Harry West in third. Reefers in fourth. Come on, Matthew, get on the scores. You're on the board. Question 11, excuse me. The Berlin method of reefing centres around which basic filtration concept? There's Paul when he was an astronaut, when he was in his youngest, skinnier days. Live rock and a skimmer. Roller mats and carbon dosing.
Looks like a knob. It's basically a penis in a spaceman's uniform.
Can you ever remember that computer game, Earthworm Jim? Was it Earthworm Jim?
You shake my head to look like a knob there.
Yeah.
The correct answer was, of course, live rock and skimmer. Well done to the 17 of you that got that right. Let's have a look. Where are we now? Scores. Has it done much? Oh, it has. It's put Rama in the top. There he is.
Oh my God. Centropike Tez has dropped. Oh my God.
Yeah. Rama's in top spot. Reefers second. Marlott in third. Well done to those of you that are participating. Good luck to you all. I hope we find a true winner. Let's have a look. Right, question 12. Which of the following might you find on sale in a reefing LFS? Would it be a bearded clam, a pink oyster, a flame scoral, a scallop, or a cockle cluster?
That's up in our 80s days.
Oh my
There
God.
you are.
Right, chunky.
It is, of course, a flame scallop.
Fair play.
Who got that right? It is, of course. Ooh,
wow. Go on, Reese.
Reefing, Reese.
Reese knows the difference between a bearded clam and a pink oyster. Good man.
Okay. True or false? All anteaters begin life as male and transition to female. Oh, Baywatch. Good luck for you both. DJ and Mitch.
It does suit me, that look.
That suits Ange, that.
Well, Steph.
That was a close call. That's a close split.
Oh, that's
Other
close.
way around. Other way around.
Yeah, correct answer is false. Yes. I think that will have definitely mixed up the scores then.
Yes, I think so.
There we go.
Yeah,
He's back on top spot.
Yeah.
Well done,
Wow.
Cesar. Well done. Harlow West is second, Reefers is third. Okay.
Halfway, folks.
Halfway, yeah. Halfway whistle. Okay, next one. In which year did AAC first open?
I don't even remember. I was listening.
I'll forward
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you go for, Steph? What were you think? What were you saying?
I was thinking 2010. I don't know why. I thought 2010. I messaged you earlier saying, "Yeah, I wasn't listening."
This feels like being back at school, and you get the quiz wrong at the end of the lesson. Is that no one was listening? No one was listening.
Yeah. Not to mention we already did a video about it.
Yeah, you done a film.
Yeah. You tell him, Mum. Okay, right. Where are we now then? We are in. Oh, he's still out there in the top spot. Well done, Terry. Harry,
come
and
on,
Milo,
Reese.
second and third.
I'm Team Reefy Reese. Come on, Reese.
Okay.
I like Reese.
Luke Green saying, "Was it? Are you sure?"
Yeah, I'm with Luke here. 2010.
Right, next one then. Question 15. What colour was the first AAC club discount card?
Oh, I don't think many people can get
Oh,
Well,
I'm loving the
Luke's
Roxanne.
in the chat. He might know.
Oh, I don't even know that one.
Think of the logo. Think of the logo.
I got it.
Green and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green and white. Well done to the 10 of you that got that right. Where are we now then? Oh, he's holding on.
He's maintaining.
He's holding
Sorry.
on.
He's
on fire.
He's on fire,
He
isn't he?
is.
He's done his
Cheers.
research.
Best start getting those dwarf angels in the shop, Paul.
No, I haven't got any in a minute. I better hurry up.
Okay, next one. What is Barry best known for at AAC? His work ethic, his customer service, his bullshit, or making drinks?
You see, there is the true answer here is work ethic.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, pal.
They knew it. They knew it.
Yeah. Okay.
Bullshit,
Okay.
Barry.
Bullshit, Barry.
Sorry, Bal.
Will
Everything
that
but red.
shark be all right with my seahorse? Yeah, be fine.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Where are we now? Anything changing? Oh,
No, he says
Oh, he's winning.
like I say, the way this quiz works is it's fastest correct finger work first, should I say? So yeah. Anyway, right. Next one. Moving on. Here we go. How did the Jaffa Cake joke start in relation to Paul and AAC? Paul pioneering a technique to photograph corals. Paul is incapable of getting through a day without eating a Jaffa Cake. Paul wants to claim that mixing reef and Jaffa Cakes increases SPS growth. Paul used to work in a factory that produced Jaffa Cakes.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Ooh, no one
14
knew
of
it.
them.
Oh,
14
Now, Paul-
people.
3 going
Wait,
right.
Paul, did this start with the orange wrapper?
Yes.
That's how it was, wasn't it?
The
you
Jaffa
thought
Cakes
you-
now are in a clear wrapper, but they were in an orange wrapper.
Yeah.
Right, and we couldn't get. So I saw what the Americans were doing. I was having customers coming, going, "Can you get me this acro? It looks like this." I go, "Look, mate, that's a filter. That's not how they're meant to look. That's a filter. It doesn't look like that at Walt Disney in daylight. It just don't." And anyway, so at the time, a guy called Lee France, he had a Quality Street wrapper that was orange. And I had Jaffa Cake wrappers, and we were putting them over our phone, taking the first picture, and he named the first acro at AAC something like the Avenger acro, and all it was a Miyagi torque, but took with Miyagi torque, but it was a whatever it is, a tortuosa, with orange wrapper over a phone. We didn't have lenses in the UK. The Americans were just getting them, and they were taking pictures. So we was around about a year or two later than the Americans getting the phone lenses. So that was the first, and actually, and so we put a picture up on Ultimate Reef of this amazing looking acro frag, which we knew was fake. Yeah, but everyone loved it. And but of course, some people, that's what they wanted. They kept saying, "Why don't we get corals like they do in the US acros?" And it's because, of course, people were using filters and
they're sat in your tank.
And yeah, so nowadays we make no apology for it. But I often get messages like, "Can we see a picture under blues and under what wire?" Because as soon as you take a picture of it, you're going to use your Jaffa lens. Yeah. And that's where the name Jaffa comes along. And at the same time, Tony from D&D, aka Reef Bloke, probably one of the UK's most famous ever notorious reef keepers. It's very secretive. But he came into my shop one day and brought me in a box of Jaffa cakes. I went for a wee, came back out the toilet, and he'd eaten them all. So Jaffa cakes and Jaffa lens, it was all around the same time. But basically, again, it was us looking at the US. We knew what they were doing. Hobbyists didn't know in the UK really what they were doing at the time. Only very few did. And that's where we got the Jaffa cake thing from. But as Steph will tell you, his good lady wife, when they came and visited here and had a lovely barbecue last summer, she went to the great extreme of making a Jaffa cake, a proper one, a big cake, because you know she thought I loved them. She thought I was like really into them and all that. And Bert, she crafted this amazing cake on a bit of slate, put loads of effort into it, and it was really lovely as it happened. But they're not really my favourite thing. I've eaten so many thousands of them that I'm not really fussed.
Well, it's synonymous with you and with AAC for sure.
Yeah.
Luke Green's just said he's checked company's house, and
that's incorporation.
Incorporation, and he's accepting that it was of course 2007. Yes.
Yeah, he came to me. Luke came to me then. Luke's actually from West London, and Luke was one of Luke's a fantastic fish keeper, keeper. He couldn't believe what we were doing with LEDs. He was not approving of LEDs at the time, and he bought Radians, the first Gen 1s or whatever they were, and he went, they're nothing compared to like Metal Halide T5. And I had a tank and I was growing them. I go, look, a photon of light is a photon of light. Yes, I know there's a wraparound light with T5s and things like that. But Luke was I'm really nice to see him tonight. He was one of the first people to support AAC.
It'd be great if he could come to the meet then in a couple of weeks.
I hope he does. I hope he does. He used to come a lot, but he doesn't live local, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Okay, where are we in the scores with the Jaffa wrapper? We are. Nothing's changed much. There we go. Tezza still in front. James second. Reefers third. Harry in fourth. Okay. Here we go. Next one, 18. The main feature reef display aquarium in store was made by which manufacturer? You should have already got the answer to this one.
Surely the people have.
Hopefully they have.
Oh, no. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
People clearly not listening.
D&D supplied it. That's why they got close. D&D supplied it to me. David supplied it. But yeah, Deltec is the actual manufacturer.
That was me being a little bit of a dickhead and giving that option.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not like you to be. Anyway. What have we got? Here we go. Oh, there we go. James is in the front. He's knocked us off.
He's jumped up. Oh, Luke Green's coming up in the bottom. Look, there he is.
There he is. Right then. Okay. Next one for you. Question 19. ASD stands for what? Quite an easy one here. Advanced Aquatic Centre. Advanced Aquarium Consultancy. Advanced Aquatic Cultivators Aquarius Anonymous Club.
I wish it was the green because that's what suits me.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Jamie and I'm here because I've got an addiction.
Yes, very much so. Where are we now then? Oh, he's took it back.
Up on the lead.
Ooh.
Took it back.
Okay. Right, only a few more questions to go now. So, question 20. AAC synonymous with rare and hard to obtain livestock, such as the elusive zebra tangle. What is its scientific name? Is it? I'm not even going to recite these, Jamie.
Zebrasoma mauritianus, Acanthrus zebrasonii, Acanthrus polyzona, or Paracanthus stripii.
Ooh. Only 4 got that right.
Well,
It's
they're
a
not wrong
polyzona.
to go for Mauritanius in a way, but like, yeah, polyzona.
Wow. Okay, that's definitely going to have shaken the scores up, I'm sure.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Luke's
it's a
trying
second
to-
place.
What's happened to Matt? Norfolk Reefer, he's dropped away there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone. Centripagi, Luke, and Milot. Well done, guys. Well done, well done.
Nice.
Graham 1746 is back in the game with 3 in a row. Well done. Okay, 21 of 26. Which marine species does ASC specialise in breeding for the ornamental industry? Oh, look at you two in Ghost. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore.
I wish he was Patrick Swayze.
Oi.
Well done to everybody that got that right. Of course, it is. Of course, seahorses. Well done.
I bet you wish he was breeding clarion angels as well. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clarions would be a good one.
Oh, dear. Where are we now? Nothing. Looks like everybody got that one right. It's a fairly easy question, to be fair. Right, number 22 of 26. AEC currently houses a shop pet, a very rare scruple tang. Is a hybrid of purple tang and which other fish? Is it a convict tang, a scorpius tang, a yellow tang, or a sailfin tang? This is you, call sign Charlie and Maverick in Top Gun. Looking good, the pair of you. I'm sure you've not lost that loving. You've not lost that loving feeling, Flange.
I used to sing that to her, Tom. I used to sing it to her when I was
Well done to the 14 of you that got that right. We are still
he's
saying
back.
well done to Tezza in first, James second, Reefers third, Harry.
That scurple tang used to live in the far end DD display when it was wet, and it was there for a while, and no one really noticed it. And it's only when that tank went, people started asking about where that fish had gone. So people knew it was there, but never paid much attention to it. But that is
Tom, I need these images. Message me on Instagram. I will email them to you and your family email address. They're already downloaded. It's not a problem. As we finish the show, I will throw a few on large screen for you for entertainment purposes. Right. Okay. Next one. Where are we now? Question 23. What process does imported live rock need to go through prior to being sold? Is it bleaching, curing, boiling, or fragging? We've got Lois Lane and Superman there. Volumes, and there we go.
Oh,
looking good.
There. You look better there, eh? Way better.
Because, of course, curing. Where are we with the scores on that one? Nothing against James.
Nice.
We've only got a few more questions. Only 3 more questions left. Okay.
Steve,
I think Tez's got a chance of being. Terry's got a chance of being in the overall final list. I think here with that score, he's out in front by what 6,500 points. Okay. Question 24. The black tang in the AAC show tank is how old? Ooh, some X-Files vibe going off here.
Oh my God.
Ooh, over 15 years old. Any idea on the accurate accurate age?
It's 24 years old.
A really good story to that tank, isn't there, as well?
Yeah.
It's a break your heart story. But I sold that at an inch. It was about this big. About the size of, I don't know, a 50p piece when I sold it to my customer at the time, Greg Smith, who became a very, very good friend. I had a 450-gallon tank in Loughton. I'd done a lot with him. I went on Euro trips with him, buying corals and everything. He spoilt me to death. He was one of my best ever customers when I started out as well on my own business. And I got him this tang at the time, and he said to me, "How much is it?" I went, "It's 400 quid. He said, "You what?" He said, 400 quid. I went, "Yeah, it's 400. It's a black tang." I said, "They're really rare." He said, "You're ripping me off for you." I said, "Whatever you do, don't tell my missus." And I went, I won't. Anyway, years went by. It was a bit of a joke. She really did know how much it was. It was a fortune. But unfortunately, Greg got asbestosis and sadly died. And in his will, he left this tang to me.
Brilliant.
And it was by then, I think it must have been, what, 15 years or something, 15 years he'd had it. And he said, anyway, I went to his, later on, I inherited the tang, and I suddenly realised it wasn't actually a pure black tang. It's actually a Scopaz black tang, which is why it's never grown bigger than the diameter of, say, I don't know, a small child's sandwich plate. And it turns out, so the truth was, I did rip him off because they weren't worth as much money as a black tang. And sadly, he died, but I actually got in touch with his wife. And I said,
refunded it.
Me and Greg, I said, Greg used to have a joke. He always said I ripped him off. Well, actually, I did. I'm going to be honest. And she loved it. And I said to her, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for your husband. I'm going to buy that black tang, the most expensive and the best house that I can afford for it. And that's why the AAC DT, I spent 22 grand on it all them years ago. Because I promised her I'd buy the best house I could find for it.
Yeah.
That's a lovely story.
Yeah.
And it's a great fish. It's such a great fish as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer we got him on this earth, but yeah, it'd be 24, 5 years this year.
Maybe a little bit older.
But he's 25 years old. So it just goes to show that marine fish, although they can be expensive, you can get a long life out of them. You know,
that makes it a cheap fish year on year, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Right, last few questions to wrap us up on the quiz, and then Paul and Ange can talk to us about the meet in a couple of weeks' time and what's going to be happening. Right, where are we? Nothing's much changed there. Luke G has slipped into third spot. Steve Owen in fourth. Congratulations. Hopefully you can hold on to it. The main display tank in AC is lit solely by which lighting fixture? Oof, God. You grease.
No.
Look at that.
I'm not sure I like the hair slick back and
Not sure about that one.
No, I'm not sure about that picture. That one's nearly offensive.
She's
Come
on, Sandy. Come on, Sandy. Put it down.
Come on, loving.
No, don't sing.
Yeah. Later. You're going to be in bed and he's going to go, so which do you prefer me as? Prefer me as Maverick? Or do you prefer me as Patrick Swayze? Or do you want me as...
I need some pirate rum after that.
I would just say, Connor, put your earplugs in tonight, son.
He's not staying. He's not here.
No, it's Paul Dillon who's really, really unwell.
Sorry.
We're in Paul's room.
I can't show this message on camera because I'm conscious that there's a word that's been used that is not. Yes. So, Drippy was ringing me before we went live. Sorry, Emily, I know you want to finish the quiz.
Yes.
And obviously, you told me he was having the date.
Yes.
So I messaged him because he'd rung me like 5 times, and I was getting a bit stressed, as I do. So I was trying to get all this sorted before we went live.
Yes.
And I said, "Good luck." I said, "Good luck on your date. You know, hope you're on to a winner."
Yeah.
She was drinking pints, so I left after 10 minutes.
That's the right.
You're joking. That's like a woman drinking pints is like the best thing you could ever ask for.
Yes, true.
Right?
You don't have to keep getting up.
Yeah, but it's not very ladylike, though, is it?
He said, "I brushed my teeth and everything." Anyway, he brushed his teeth.
I brushed his teeth.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Just like to share that with everybody.
Okay. I'll quiz him tomorrow.
Anyway, you can quiz him tomorrow. Right, there we go. Scores on the doors. Again, nothing changed. Says doing well.
Says it's got a prize.
Yes. Is this the last question then, James? Is this how it works?
It's the last question.
Yeah, it's the last question then. And remember, you need to tell us if you're not going to the network meet, because these prizes are only for meeting at AAC to be handed out in person. Okay. Last question. If a fish is deemed a corallivore, that means it does what? Oh, Harry Potter and Hermione. There we go.
Oh my God. I look so young.
That was bad.
Feeds on coral polyps. Well done to the 15 of you that got that right. Oh, dear. Right then, here we go. Here's the podium, Jamie. Get your pen, get your scribe out.
Luke, jeez, what's something?
Cool.
Oh,
Marlon
James
second.
has won.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, it's going to be Terry. It is Terry.
Yes.
Terry,
Well
you better message. I ain't got many centripiges in a minute. I'm gonna have to work me what's it off to find one.
Fourth is Steve. Yeah.
Are they all coming to the reef meeting?
Yeah, Terry is, isn't he? Luke, are you coming?
I don't think Luke was coming though. He said it was too far, didn't he?
No,
Correct me if
listen,
I'm wrong.
Luke Green, make the effort. You're South London. We've got people coming.
Right,
from
let's look at
Scotland
the
by
fourth
plane.
place because we've got 4 prizes. So
Steve-O was fourth place. I've got.
let's have a look. Session summary, view full report. View full report. Where are we? Who came in fourth?
This is good, isn't it?
Let's have a look. Participants.
Luke, just to answer Luke's comment.
Steve Owen came fourth.
Steve Owen fourth. Yeah.
Steve
got him,
Owen,
yeah.
I think Steve Owen's been a customer of AAC for some time. I've not seen him for a long time, but I used to think he was
There's
French.
some analytical information here. So Central Park got 77% correct. Well done.
Wow.
Ooh.
James, Mr. Milot, 73. Luke G, 69. Stephen Owen, 69. But again, it's down to the fastest finger first. So there's your top 4, Jamie. Central Pygate, Terry, I know's coming. Milot, I know's coming because they're sharing a car together. So well done to you two guys. Well done there.
Well
Big shout out to
done.
you
Well
two
done.
guys.
We just need to confirm with Luke though if he's coming.
It's
Yes.
confirmed with Luke.
It's on the
Stephen.
28th of February. Shop opens at 10 o'clock. So that's when it is. Saturday the 28th at 10 o'clock. So if you're going to be there, let us know. If you're not, we'll pass it down. And
Stephen Owen's coming.
Stephen Owen's coming. So Stephen Owen's winning at the minute. You've got Central Pygate winning the AAC voucher, Milot winning the Exodus voucher, Luke winning the MBM £50 AAC voucher, and Stephen Owen winning the Aquaprint donation prize. So there you 4 winners so far. And if not, you're going to be going down to Harry West and Norfolk Reefer in 5th and 6th. If you want to just make a note of that.
Lovely.
okay.
Super.
Well done.
There we go.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
That was fun.
That was really good. That was real fun. Thank you
Good.
very much.
Good.
for that. And thanks for the donations. I didn't realise that other people were donating to the cause, so that's really nice. So
Yeah, there's been some great donations, as I said a second ago. So yeah, yourself obviously gave us the £100 livestock voucher to be spent on in store on the day. Exodus £75 reef nutrition pack from Stephen Jez. MBM the £50 AAC in store voucher, which I'll sort out with you guys. Thank you very much. And Johnny has given us a Safe Space XL.
Johnny, if you're watching, Johnny, I want one of them.
Yes, they look very good.
They look good.
Ideal for corals, new fish, acclimatized. Yeah,
new fish.
New fish. Yeah, do look good. So thank you very much for those sponsors that have contributed on tonight's show and tonight's quiz. So I'm conscious we're at the 2-hour mark, but sorry, Jamie, go on.
Really? We have just seen Luke has just said in the group he's not at the show, he's not there on the 28th. So unfortunately for Luke, that goes to fourth place Steve Owen. Fifth place Harry
Third
West.
place goes to Steve Owen. So Harry West picks up the Aquaprint, which I know Harry West is coming. Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Thanks for your honesty, Luke.
All to be handed out in store on the
Cheers for
28th
supporting.
at AAC. And thanks for supporting. Yes. So on to AAC again, 28th. I know we're over the 2-hour mark. So come on, over to you, Paul. And the brains that are. What's happening?
Right, okay. So we wrote some notes earlier. So Reefers Net, right, if we can remember, can we park in the front car park like Love to Reef? By the way, Love to Reef is happening. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
All right, but it's happening. It might be a bit later. Right, park is so where we park for Love to Reef or Coral Freaks, park in the front car park from 9 a.m. I would say. If you want to meet up with your pals, come in at 9 if you want. The shop's not open, but you can go down to where the cafe is at the front. Next door to that, you'll see a sign. It will say the Jaffa Room.
Well, I'm going to put a note
Can
on
I just put in? Can I just put in? There has been sorry, Paul, there has been a little bit of confusion over the cafe on the Saturday morning. Now, I've been in the Green Man, and the drinking and the food's great. The breakfast, they tend to struggle when the numbers are a little bit high.
Yes,
in terms of serving. You here we go.
You offended the green man.
I'm clearly offended.
The green man.
There's a cafe that he always tells me about, and I'm sure
You need to go. It's the best.
I'm sure it's the Blue Moon.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. Is the cafe that you're
Blue
recommending
Calf.
the Blue Moon or the Blue Calf?
No, the Blue Calf that's near the Green Man is excellent. If you want, they're superb Turkish family. They do a beautiful cooked breakfast, way better than the Green Man. So if you want a good, cooked breakfast,
it's good.
Go to the Blue Calf. You can walk from the Green Man.
Yeah,
You don't have to drive.
I've been.
Yeah,
I've done it.
and it's absolutely excellent. So if you're at the Green Man and you want a really good breakfast, they're open at 9 now. All right.
Yeah.
So that means you might not make it to AAC early in the morning, because if you're there for an hour, but you can't beat that. You can have a Turkish style breakfast or an English breakfast or whatever. It's beautiful.
Actually, let me check on their right.
They're 9 o'clock.
It's the type of cafe that actually, it's like you're in Benidorm. It has photographs of every dish.
Yes. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, but like I like a bit of Turkish sausage, but with an English breakfast. That's lovely. Ange loves Turkish sausage, by the way. That's another story. Right,
That is another story. Moving on.
Right, Reefers meat. So if you want to come along early, I'm going to try and get coffee and tea in the cafe that's on site at Lattenbush Centre.
Hang on, Saturdays they open at 8 a.m.
Oh, 8 a.m. Blue Cafe.
So there you go. So that'd be all right.
Yeah, so if you want to leave, if you want to get
Murph's
up
asking
early,
if they do Deliveroo, because what happens if you can't leave bed in the morning because of too much beer?
They do deliver from there.
They do actually deliver as well.
Yeah, I think there is a Deliveroo or Uber Eats, whatever.
But it is only 300. But it's 300 yards,
It's a
Tom.
minute walk.
I've walked it. I've done it.
If you can't walk from the Green Man to the Blue Calf, you ain't even going to make it to the Reefers meet.
I've been a few times.
Yeah,
I think it's spot on. You can add it. You can have chips on it. You can have spam on it. You can have whatever you want.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So anyway, but we're going to try and get our calf at Lattenbush Centre to have tea and coffee about 9:30 in next to where the cafe is, where we go. That's true though. Actually, Blue Calf, if you do want to go to the Blue Calf, cash only. Yeah, or Tom will pay for you.
It's cash only. There's going to be a room next to the cab. We're going to have a sign for the Reefers Network, so you'll easily spot it anyway. Yeah. But Paul and I are going to be in there to meet.
Yeah, we're going to meet you all over near on the front of Lattenbush Centre, so you can come in there, dump your coat, you can have a coffee. I'll probably go to Costco, get some like morning cakes or whatever you like. Yeah, right, and then. Basically, that's going to be your base. So you've got a place where you can all meet. If you get bored of the shop for a minute, you've got somewhere else to go. So you can sit down, have a chat with your pals. It's all about the community. I've made a point of the idea that who wants to spend all day in a shop? You've got another place you can go to and sit down, have a chat with your pals and have a coffee, have a tea. And then around about lunchtime, we're going to arrange sandwiches like we did for Coral Freaks for you all as well, and so you got a little bit of lunch before you potentially make your way back or whatever you're going to be doing. So it's not all centered around the shop all the time. Last year, of course, we opened up Unit 5, which is where we breed the seahorses and the corals and things like that. At the moment, I've decided that there's that many people now, we're probably better off with that safe space. However, if there are a few people that want to approach, say, I'd really like to see the seahorses or whatever, by all means, get in touch. You know, I'll be floating about. We can do small groups of people at a time.
Muggins here, we'll do that.
Yeah, or Jamie will take people about so they can get a little bit of the back history.
Yeah, we've got
or someone like Steph. Steph knows his way around the business, so as long as it's someone that we know that takes a few people over to see people, then it's fine, you know.
We've got the room till 3 o'clock anyway, so we've got all day.
Yeah, we've got the room till 3. So we're going to have, say, lunchtime. We should around about 12. I'll ask what's her name to put sandwiches out. 12 o'clock. Yeah, half 11, 12. Put sandwiches out. So no one needs to feel like they have to desperately get food in their belly first thing when they wake up. We'll try and make sure you got stuff there for you. But like Tom said, if you fancy a proper breakfast, get in touch with Tom. The Blue Calf up the road from it is fantastic. So I wouldn't mind being there, but I won't be. But I go there every Sunday, so.
Obviously, Tom, you're doing stickers, aren't you? For
yes.
Yes, we've got a limited edition. We're going to start doing limited edition stickers because stickers have become a bit of a trend at the minute, aren't they?
Yes.
People collecting them and putting them on their cabinet doors, etc.
I think it's been great, Tom. Yeah, people
Yes,
love that.
We've had a Reefers Network Meet ASC sticker exclusive to those of you that are going to make the trip.
Will there be any Yorkshire Reefer ones there, Steph?
I'm too tight to make them.
You tight bastard.
I will. All right, I will spend some.
You've got some nice stickers you showed me.
Are you slagging him off? This one.
What we
I quite like it now. It's on camera.
What we should say to all of you guys in the audience here and the part of the network is that when you arrive there, make yourselves known to me, Steph, or Tom, or Paul, that you're there for the network. You'll get your sticker, and that will get you at the till.
Discount.
Yes.
A treat.
Right. Yes. So the discounts that we're going to do on that day, as long as you show your sticker, is going to be 15% off livestock and 10% off dry goods, with the exception of tanks.
Exception of aquariums. We're basically doing a blanket discount. So if you're just about to build a tank, or you want to upgrade your kit, or you want to do something,
that's great.
We've just literally, so sometimes things like Neptune accessories, there's no margin left in them. But this time it's so confusing for the till, like Elaine, Barry's wife, who does the till. So we've done a blanket 10% across the store on dry, except for aquariums. We just can't do it on that if it's delivery and all that. But 15% off for livestock. You never know. There might be more yet as well. I haven't really fully decided. There might be a super special offer.
20%.
Yeah. Right. The other thing is, like, for all the people that are watching tonight.
That's great. Thank you very much, because that's very generous of you.
Yeah. Basically, Tom needs numbers.
I need numbers as well, because I obviously need to let the catering people know numbers.
Yeah, so all I would say on that is, and I appreciate that some people watching that haven't got access to Facebook, or they might be coming with somebody else. If you can try and help us with the Facebook numbers, it would be appreciated. Simply,
I just don't want to go without food, Tom.
Exactly, and that's what I keep saying to people.
I need to give the CAF a little bit of notice, so ideally I need to know by Monday, Tuesday, if we can.
I mean, we'll cater for what we think's going to be there, but we don't like waste.
No.
Yeah, we don't want to throw.
All you need to do is go on to the Reefers Network Facebook page, and on the event tab, you will see this event we're talking about right now is live on there. I think we've got 39 people confirmed with 15, 20
interested.
15, 20 interested. I'm led to believe the interested is actually classed as going, because people don't actually know how to change it from going
I'm pretty
to
sure
interested.
Paul is interested in
he was interested.
Yeah, Paul Hughes was interested in going to his own event.
Really interested in, because I hear, Steph, your dad's coming, isn't he?
He's going to come down with me. Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't wait. So I might have to leave you all to it, because I want to spend a bit of time with Steph's dad. I absolutely fell in love with him when I met him. So I can't wait to have Steph's dad down.
Can't wait to see it.
So yeah.
But no, if you haven't got Facebook and you want to tell us that you're coming, just drop us a message on Instagram if you've got Instagram. Hopefully you have, and just let us know that you're coming. Because like Ange says, we just want to make sure we give it as the best facilities as possible. And this was
we don't want them to go without tea or a coffee or a bottle of water or
this was something I was quite keen to sort of stress, at some point. I knew we'd fall into conversation again. I'm conscious of time, but we would love, and this is me who started the network sort of 2.5 years ago, whatever it is, to have these meets up and down the country in every shop. Unfortunately, it just isn't practical to get 50 whatever people together in a room that has got the facilities of a toilet, of a car park, of somewhere that you can have something to eat if you've travelled 2-3 hours, whatever, of an average or a better than average selection of fish and corals, dry goods. It's very difficult. So this isn't about we are only in bed with AAC. As the network, we want to get involved with other shops and across the UK. But what I need people to understand is logistically, and to facilitate this, like Ange and Paul are opening up other units. I mean, AAC is a big shop. To have to open up other units and other parts as well as that tells you how popular it's going to be, which is great to the network and the hobby. but equally, it's just not practical in smaller facilities or premises. So if people want to meet with amongst themselves in smaller groups, that's great. You know, nobody owns this hobby, but we would love to have these up and down the country. It just isn't practical. Yeah, so we will only be doing a couple a year. Yeah. You've got the Love to Reef that you talked about. Maybe pick up Coral Freaks again. You've got Aqua. You know, that happens wherever that happens. And people don't have the disposable income that they once had years ago either. People have to save up for these events, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's really important that, although, like you said, Tom, I've said to you many times, I've said to Jamie many times, it's no good if there's only an AAC or only an iReef or only a Finest or only... Honestly, those small stores out there that are trying their best, and remember, I was a really small store, and we've heard that story tonight. But the reality is, make your own reef meets.
Exactly.
Start to encourage it. We were doing this years ago with reef clubs and things like that. So hopefully if the smaller stores watch this or watch it onwards from here, they'll understand that, like, you know, this isn't an exclusive club. This is like, you've got to put the effort in at whatever level you're at. You know, whether that's 5 or 6 of you getting together on a Saturday morning, do you know what? Let's get sausage rolls in from Greg's or whatever and have a coffee and have a chat about how we dip corals or whatever it is. You know, it's not a question. But obviously for 50 or 60 people, it's a tall order for even me and Ange.
Yeah.
You know, so
the time of the year has such a massive, you know, impact as well, because when it's summer, it doesn't matter if it's a small shop because you can stand outside. You can take it in turns, going in and having a look. And we did that, you know, last year, the year before, we had a meet at Kettering. It was great. It was a tiny shop. You know, we had some bargains, some great little corals. There is absolutely no way that you would have been able to get, you know, 30, 40. No, just no way. And the problem there is that what people need to realise is that for this to keep momentum and to keep growing, which it clearly is, you know, for the last 2 years, and again, thanks for putting it on for the second year in a row, is for it to get momentum, people have to have a positive experience.
Yes.
Just like you're saying about the discounts and the parking and the breakfast and the hotel, all this is, you know, is part of that. So if somebody was to travel 2-3 hours to go somewhere that doesn't have the facilities or doesn't have the livestock, and doesn't really probably know everybody, they're probably going to think twice about going again, because I just think it's really important that they leave with a really positive
I don't know if I said
experience.
to you or I said to Jamie, Tom, I've got some other ideas for the Reefers Network. One of the things is with retailers like myself or other people you might meet in the industry, whether that's iReef or whether that's at Finest or whatever else. Most of us are very good pals with a lot of manufacturers or distributors.
Yeah.
And recently, I've not actually spoke to them, but we'll always know someone. So it may well be in the future that even perhaps a Reefers meet, if I can talk to someone like Tom Noble of Vitalis, and maybe 20 of the Reefers Network can go and visit a factory where they make the best. The best food in the world, which is distributed all around the world, is made in Yorkshire or Doncaster. So, for example, or we might be able to have a word one day, and I'll encourage Foxy at Exodus. Why don't you just open up your warehouse one day? We can talk about price. So maybe Reefers meets can be different in the future. Maybe not so much LFS orientated. But, you know, I'm keen to encourage, although we get a lot of, obviously, support from the Reefers Network, which I'm very grateful for, and all of the people that are watching this. It's very touching. The reality is, I want you to go on and find other things and do, you know, and stuff like that. So, as I said, you know, it might be that other retailers can reach out to their suppliers, and maybe we can find warehouses that are bigger. Possibly, I could have a word with TMC, for example.
That'd be awesome. That'd be good. That'd be a really good touch.
They've probably got the space to do this for about 40, 50 people again. So it might have to be that if it becomes more and more popular, we have to find, should I say, bigger venues for you to meet in. It's not necessarily LFS.
And that's what I'm saying. All I want to say on the matter was that, you know, is that when I first started this, I wanted to bring everybody together, keep everybody happy, everybody got on with each other, you know, That's not necessarily the case, unfortunately. That's just life, human nature. We all reef differently, have different opinions on how to do different things and all the politics and everything else about reefing, whatever. But ultimately, it was about bringing people together. And that is what I found this platform was all about. It was an up-to-date platform that everybody got access to an extent, that could talk to each other in the comments or on screen like we are now. But ultimately, the satisfaction and mental sort of, I suppose, therapy in a way that you get from going to these meets and talking to somebody in person for an hour or 2 hours or overnight with a beer, a glass of wine, whatever, and then go home, you don't realise how valuable that is until after the event.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's people watching at home that know what I'm saying. You go home and you just feel like de-stressed. It's such a nice feeling.
Well, that's why I've got that extra room this time round. I thought, well, how about it's not a shop, it's next to the cafe, it's a neutral space.
Exactly, yeah.
So you guys say, no, I'm paying for that. And I want you to enjoy that. The idea being that you've got your own little spot where you can all meet up, have some Instagram photos with one another and stuff. It's not necessarily the shop, but that's why as I said, I've allocated a space next to the cafe so that you can all hopefully just meet up and chat. And then when you fancy popping over to the shop, you can get your little coral bus for a minute. Then you can go back over the cafe, if you like, and chill out for a bit, put your feet up again. So I think that's important that you've got your own space as well. And hopefully we'll take a lot of nice photos and, you know, and like you said, it's much as about the social meet. And as me and Steph have discussed many times before about the mental health element and what have you about this as well, so it's really important, and but people don't realise it's as much as I love the acclaim, the reality is we're no different from you guys. We might own a shop, but we're absolutely no different.
The socialising side of things is very important.
I think on the day as well, it's about taking the stress out of it. It's an enjoyable day. We're talking. There'll be I don't want to speak for you, Paul and Ange, but there'll be a ticketing system where if you want to reserve something, you put a ticket there and collect it later in the day. You haven't got to take it there and then, you know, just see what you want.
Usual scenario, what we did before,
They put tickets in, they put signposts in next to each other. So don't feel obligated. So one day, normally, so we have to be quite strict with livestock sales because everyone wants everything. Yeah, but ultimately, will they turn up and buy it later on? So basically, what you do is you tell Barry, you tell the team, oh, I really like that. Can I put a ticket on it? You pay for your coral or whatever it is, your fish or whatever. They'll mark it up for you. Go and have your lunch. Go and have a coffee. You know, have a chat, have a laugh, have a photo. You know, and to go and do the social thing. Don't see it that me and Ange are trying to screw you into a sale.
You don't have to come to
go
money.
And have
it's not
fun.
about spending money.
Because the hobby benefits, actually, I do actually get a reward from this in the end. So even if you come and you don't spend any money, it doesn't matter.
No.
The reality is that the fact that you're joining in with part of the community means the hobby is growing, which is part of what Steph's doing with his videos as well. And stuff. That's the whole point of pushing it forward. And I know that's why Jamie's here tonight and why you're here as well, Tom.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Definitely. That's why it's called the Reefers Network and not Tom's, Coral, whatever. It's about everybody, you know. That is exactly where it came from. It was the Reef Network started, and I've said this numerous times, me, Drippy, Liam, Alex Brooks, in a car, one day, 5-6 shops around Manchester, north west, had an amazing time, started chatting on WhatsApp, had a WhatsApp group, added more and more people. WhatsApp group literally blew up within about a month of male reefers, 20, 30, 40, whatever it was. We started meeting up and hanging out, and that was literally where it went. That was it. That's what it was.
I think the thing I like about it is there's no barrier to entry to this. Like if you haven't got a tank, you're thinking about getting a tank, you're welcome. If you've got a high end reef with 10 Strattons on it, you're welcome, and we'll all talk to each other about the same sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So if it's open to everyone, there's no it doesn't cost you anything unless you want to stay over the night before, but that's not to anyone's benefit. It doesn't cost you a
let's be
single
honest.
penny.
Staying overnight the night before is well fun.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's
yeah.
like the
It's
night
fun.
before Reef
Let's be
Palooza.
honest, the staying over, let's be honest, the Friday night before, whether it's Love to Reef, Coral Freaks, a Reefers Network Week at the
Everyone
Green
has a
Man.
good night.
The
there.
Green Man is
Yeah.
ripping,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it? Sooner or later, we're going to have to get him to build a nightclub.
I think we need our own hotel.
Yeah, we need our own hotel soon,
Yes.
don't we? Yeah.
Definitely. But no, Jamie's right. He's right. He's open 20 minutes. No, this is a no-ticket event. This is a non-ticket event.
No, that's right.
This is the door is open. As Ange said earlier about stickers, just get a sticker. That will give you a discount. So we know you come for the right reasons and you're not just riding on the pigtails of a 10% off on the day, which I'm sure there will be on one or two that try it. It is literally about getting ready together and as a result of that, benefiting from each other's experience, camaraderie, and a little bit of a discount on the till. Be a good day.
Yeah.
Steph, is Dad coming down in his camper van?
I don't know yet. We haven't planned it. He just said, "Yeah, I'm coming. I want to cut the
I
band."
told you could stay here if you need to, right? But also, if your dad's coming down, I need to talk to him before because I know he always wanted to come. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been meaning to come for a long time.
Well, he wants his copper band.
Yeah, but hopefully I can get him one. I haven't got any at the minute. I've got one, but it's not the greatest one. But as I said, let me know, Steph, if Dad's coming.
Yeah, I will.
If he
Of
wants
course,
to come
I
in
will.
his camper van or something. He can stay here or whatever. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
actually, our
Friday
house is
then, yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Our house is in turmoil at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We are past the 2.5 hour
I know.
mark, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you ever so much
Well
for your
late.
participation. And I'm just going to give another little bit of a shout out to our friends on our sister channel, the Freshwater Network, Jeremy Gay, Max, and Nathan Hill. They are having a great bit of fun at the minute on our sister channel on a Sunday evening on the Freshwater Network. If you haven't check them out and you're into anything freshwater, tropical as such, go and check them out. They're having a catfish special with a special guest on this Sunday at 7 o'clock, 7 till 9 UK time. So please join them and give them a shout out. They're having a bit of fun. They're really enjoying it. But yes, Paul, Ange, I don't know what's going to happen after the camera, after we end. I don't know whether you're going to do a little bit of Take My Breath Away, Belinda Carl, a bit of Top Gun, bit of Ghost, bit of Roxanne. Don't know what your favourite. Don't know what your favourite mashup was. Hopefully the boys are in a different room and they don't have to hear or witness it.
I think we've got enough likes for the cucumber to come out, didn't we?
I've just got to give Paul and Ange a big round of applause. Thanks ever so much. Thank you ever so much. Jaffa Flange. There you go. Jaffa Flange. Thanks for coming and supporting.
If there was a flange, there's got to be a Jaffa.
And I'm sure everybody in the comments and watching at home will support when I say this. We genuinely appreciate all you do for the hobby and everything you are doing in putting this show on, the hard work it goes to. You know, we need it. It's very much needed and it is very much appreciated. So thank you. Love to you both.
Well, thank you to you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you to you all. And thanks for everyone watching.
You're welcome. So yes, thank you to everybody that watches, that watched. Sorry, should I say this evening? And well done to those of you that have won a prize. As I said earlier, you will need to attend the Reefers Network meet and liaise with Jamie because he's the company secretary, as you can see, treasurer. There, he's got names on his little pad. He will sort out prizes for you. There will be stickers on the day for you to get that discount that Ange mentioned at the till. Thank you very much, Steph. Bit quiet tonight, but you weren't very well last week. You're all right now? Get back 100%. There's always an excuse.
I've still got a teething baby that's keeping me up all night.
Okay.
Teething baby.
Fair enough. We will be back next Friday. Dong is going to be back on. We have a school with Dong again, and we're going algae next Friday. Everything algae related. Little bit of science behind it. Might be a little bit too much for some on a Friday night, but please tune in and join us for that one. It should be good. But that just leaves me to say happy Friday. What's left of it? Have an amazing weekend, whatever you're doing, and we'll see you all next Friday. See you soon.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.